Hypocrisy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law-Splaining the Interwebs. I'm your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, an actually criminal law firm in central Minnesota. How we doing tonight, guys? Oh my gosh. What is happening to the... What is it? I hate cables and cords. I hate them. They don't ever do what you need them to do. It's like, deliver sound to my earballs. Good Lord. Hi. How are you? I look sweaty. It's actually just how the light hits. I turned off all my lighting in the room that I used to use, and I just have the studio lights because it creates a little bit more of a dramatic contrast or something. I don't know, something stupid. Fix the hair or else. No, this is how I wear it now because I don't have time to like care about it being something else than this. Anyway, hi guys, it's nice to see you 2 days in a row. Oh my God, it's like a personal best. I almost feel like someone who, is like dedicated to doing the work that they're supposed to be doing. But in all honesty, trying to get more into a rhythm of this, I do want to say right away, tomorrow night I will not be streaming. I'm taking my daughter to a very late movie, which, of questionable quality. I don't know. I don't watch enough anime to know if it's any good, but I'm going to take her to go see the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. That's what we call a midlife crisis. No, I did that already. Now I'm like past it or whatever. So it's the result of it. Anyway, so I'm taking my daughter to the movie tomorrow night. It's super late and I won't be back in time to stream. So you need to see season 1 first. Well, I'm not watching it before the movie tomorrow. It's not going to happen. So I may need to, but no. Don't tell me how to live. Oh my goodness. But that's the main thing. Thursday and Friday, depending on I don't know how Friday looks, but Thursday I'll be looking to do a show. I'll be looking to do a show on Friday as well. But yeah. Trying to get back into the rhythm of doing more shows. Where's my skateboard? Someone took it from me. All right. Well, tonight we have a little bit of a show for you, I guess. The South Park boys are threatening a lawsuit against Paramount. So we'll kind of go through. This comes from the illustrious news publication cracked.com. But we'll kind of go through what's going on with that. And I got to see if I can find the letter. That they wrote. So far, I say they're threatening a lawsuit. They've sent a letter to Paramount. Paramount is the home of South Park streaming, but that expires in the next couple of years. I think 2027. And so South Park, Trey Parker and Matt Stone are looking for bids, basically. Who wants the South Park streaming rights? But this is a little complicated in a weird way because Paramount owns half of the streaming rights no matter what. And, they currently stream on Paramount exclusively, but Paramount also owns half the streaming rights with Trey Parker and Matt Stone. So it's a 50-50 split. It's just a really weird situation because in either case, you're able to accuse the other of self-dealing. And that's kind of been going on, but we're going to take a look at that. I don't know. It's got entertainment and business and contract and all that stuff. kind of wrapped into it. So I'll give you my thoughts. I don't think that thing's going to go to trial or anything. I think this is this is a business flex for negotiation purposes, but we'll talk about it as we go. There's some Trump and Gavin Newsom news that's out there. Might be interesting. I don't know. Might spark some conversation. But then, of course, what I'm really, really looking what I'm really, really looking forward to is a glorious time where we're gonna start at least watching another Cooking with Kurt video. So we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, Nicola says the show with Randazza was hilarious. Thank you. It was a lot of fun to do. But yeah, so that's kind of the layout of the show tonight. I'm happy to be distracted or have you guys, take me down some tangent or rabbit hole, and we'll check it out. We'll see what happens at that point. I'm not really used to watching the news again. And so, or not, watching for the news. Who watches the news? Holy shit. You might encounter Fair and Balanced if you watch like a news station. That'd be horrifying. Do not adjust your TV set. It is a humpback whale. But yeah, we'll see how everything goes. I'll say this as trying to get people to know about it, see it and use it. Supertip.gg/RL is a way to participate in the show. It's like a super chat, but it's better. Long story short, it's better. You get to use, you can use just a regular text version, just like a super chat. You can do that. You don't have to use the voices, but there are also AI voices, AI, that simulate the voice of someone that you are familiar with. Those voices are available on the show here, or on the webpage. And let's see. Actually, I need to turn one on, I think. No, I want all of them. Oh my God. Why did it do it? Why did it do this to me? Hold on. I'm turning them all on right now. I really want them to give me control over this, because there's some great voices that are not currently available, but I will definitely make available. And if they want to sue me, I guess they'll just have to do that. But the voices are all there. You can use. There's a bevy of them from different timelines of the show. There will be more added when I get around to it. I'm not sure if they're adding voices right now. They're upgrading and developing stuff. So, oh my goodness, excuse me. I'm rudely yawning. But you can check out the voices, or if you would be otherwise sending a super chat, send it on Supertips, just the text only version, if you want. And they're amazing, because the creator gets 90% as opposed to the 70 or even less percent that you get from a super chat. So if you like giving money to Google, you can send a super chat, or same thing with Rumble. You can send a Rumble rant. That's fine. They're massively appreciated. Love them, of course. But if you like, if you like the creator who's using super tips, me in this case, you can send the chat through there, and I get more of the money that you send, and then I also get it sooner. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, I should probably throw that use Supertip at https supertip.gg/RL. Black N7 saying that a pedo can have your personal info to boot. If you don't understand that people at Google having your info means a pedo has your info, then I don't know what to tell you. The funny thing is on Supertips, if you may think that someone involved is a pedophile, and that's fine. I don't really care what you think of them. That being said, they don't actually have your info. That's just the it's payment processing for a business, man. Like they don't actually get your info. It goes through Stripe. So Stripe has your info. All right. That being said, I guess we should get started. I don't know. Do you guys have oh wait, Pyramid 7 says some drama surfacing about legal mindset. What drama is that? Pyramid 7, what drama would that be? I hear there's a rumor that he's a groomer. Alyssa got herself a tumor. Life has a funny way of working out. My mic seems a bit hot. Well, keep telling it that and it'll take its clothes off for you. Okay. Let's just start with this. Let's start with the South Park thing. Oh, South Park is gone from Paramount outside the US. Pretty interesting. I gotta find I want to find the actual letter. Maybe this one will have it. No, I don't want to start my trial. Damn it. Fucking annoying. Well, we'll start with this. Hey, wait a minute. Your Mike wears size 44 pants. It's a girthy girl. Hold on, I can okay. Is that better, guys? Hopefully. Hopefully that brought it back into the realm of normalcy. I don't actually. I was hearing some background noise. This should help it quite a bit. With that, I apologize for having it differently. I was on. Oh, who was it? Someone was. Oh, Melton was like bitching about the gain on it. It doesn't matter. Let's do this. All right. No, this one. This is the one I want. You were yelling about it last stream, but I don't listen to you. But I do listen to this.
I'm awake while you're streaming, but not for long. This old hag has to work in the AM. Glad to see you rackets.
Well, have fun working in the AM. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm starting this a little late. I'm still trying to settle in on a time. I don't know. It may just end up being 11 still, but today I couldn't quite get here by 11. So South Park enters a new level of licensing hell. Oh my God, they killed Kenny internationally. That is, Paramount Plus users outside the US just lost access to all 26 seasons of South Park, as well as several specials. Redditors, who aren't people, and other social media fans outside the US have been aghast at the sudden removal of Trey Parker and Matt Stone's beloved money-printing animated sitcom over the weekend, the latest chapter in the creator's swear word-spiced feud with Paramount in the wake of the company's pending merger with Skydance. For now, South Park's international streaming license has expired. Fans across Canada, Latin America, Australia, the UK, Ireland, France, Italy, and German-speaking Europe will have German-speaking Europe. What the fuck is that? What is, I mean, isn't that just Germany? Who knows? Very weird. So German-speaking Europe will have to find alternative methods to watch their favorite antics from Cartman, Kyle, Stan, and Kenny. And, by the way, on my thumbnail, I'm like, I was trying to get Chat GPT to draw this thumbnail right. And it draws the thumbnail, which I love. Because I asked it to have Kurt as a giant ogre chasing the South Park boys and then have Trump riding Gavin Newsom like a horse. I don't know why Gavin Newsom is so fucking swole in the thumbnail. I did not say draw like a jacked bodybuilder version of Gavin Newsom. I just said Trump riding Gavin Newsom like a horse. That's it. And I got that. But I thought that was funny. But I don't know why that it put two Kyle Brothlowskis in no Cartman. Like, I don't know why that happened. And I tried to get it to fix it. And it just tanks. It just fucking tanks immediately in quality. Like, here, I'll show you. Where is it? Where the fuck did it go? Where's my chat? I can use this one anyway. So, like, this is what happens. See, I told you I'm very distractible. I'm already distracted. So I picked this image of Kurt and I tell ChatGPT, like, I need you to generate a YouTube thumbnail. It needs to be 1920 by 1080. It doesn't ever do this. It never does 1920 by 1080. It will not fucking do the widescreen format. It won't do it at all. I don't know why. Needs to be in 16 by 9 aspect ratio. Do not make an image in any other resolution or I will be sad. It doesn't matter. Although I think it might have done okay today. I don't know. So here we go. I need you to use the attached image of a giant ogre-like man in a red shirt. This man should be massive in the background of the image. He should be running towards the viewer, chasing the main four boys from South Park towards the observer of the image. Please also add an image of Gavin Newsom carrying Trump on his back as if Trump were riding Gavin like a horse. And this is what it comes up with. And I'm like, oh, this is good. I like this a lot. But it put the ogre there. And I was like, no, I don't want that. So I'm like, this is so perfect. Do not modify the image at all. I just need you to replace the text of the ogre with a glorious time. Look what it did then. What the fuck is this? You got Siamese twin Trump and Gavin Newsom. Although Trump's asleep, Gavin's taking them to safety. I'm not fucking sure. They turned Kurt into a South Park version of himself, which just looks the same. And then they actually did get all four Cartman, or like they got the four correct South Park characters on there and they got a glorious time. But it's a completely different image. I don't understand. I'm like, please don't change the image at all. So I'm like, I just want you to replace the text. Do not change anything else. The image is perfect. The text should read glorious time. Look at this shit. Glorious time. I have no idea how fucking stupid this Chat GPT got. So then I had to switch to Grok to get what I got. So I'll show you that too. Like, in case you guys don't know how AI works, it doesn't. So this is Grok 4. This is what Elon Musk is like. This is the smartest thing ever. So I put the picture up. I'm like, please take the attached image and replace the text in the image with glorious time using the same font and style. Glorious time ogre. Like, what happened? That replace the text. Maybe it's like thinking replace the, like, because it said the ogre. So now we have glorious time ogre. I don't know. I don't understand why it's so stupid. And so then I'm like, there are two of the Kyle South Park characters in the image. Please remove only one of them. Replace it with an image of the Cartman character in the exact same style of the existing image. He should be running just like the other characters. This is very clear. This is very clear. And look what it did. What retarded bullshit is this? You got like Cecil Says running ahead. I don't know, some guy in a beanie. What the fuck are these things? And here we have one-eyed Cartman, cross-eyed Cartman, and Kenny. I don't understand. And they gave Kurt pants. And this one, he gave him pants. And we know he can't fit into those. Why? And like, terrible. It's like the feedback. Sorry, is that feedback on the edited image? Yes. It's just fucking stupid. Anyway. So this is what you have to deal with. This is the problem with AI. You give it very clear instructions. It's like, no, actually, I'm really dumb right now. Okay. All right. Okay, sorry. Back to this.
In case anyone did not know, Ron M. Holter is a jive ass, saltine cracker, mayo monkey, cream cricket, brother butter guzzling, micropeen having, white bread ass nig with a capital her donkey fucker, who is so incapable of pleasing a woman that he lost to a little bit of Colombian booger sugar and a baldo. Did I forget to mention he has a micropeen in a three-way tie with Kurt and Monty for the smallest?
Well, there is a lot of vitriol in that. I definitely do not endorse that. I mean, I do 100% endorse that chat and everything about it. Never mind. Okay, so yeah. In those markets, all the European ones that no one cares about, South Park specials are still on Paramount Plus, not on Comedy Central at least. According to sources familiar with the matter, Paramount Plus is in continued negotiations and hopes to have the series back up in international markets soon. In the meantime, however, the South Park subreddit is full of threads with both shady streaming recommendations and trollish spitballs aimed at the Skydance and Paramount executives they see as Parker and Stone's nemesis. I'm going to have to pull up the archive. Of this. So this will be great. So we've got, after Paramount owned Comedy Central recently pushed back South Park's premiere date for season 27, the creators fired back by claiming the prolonged merger situation was fucking up their show and impeding their ability to license the It's Back catalog of episodes to the platforms owned by the likes of Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Netflix. Parker and Stone threatened legal action over the matter in a letter to Jeff Shell, prospective leader of the post-merger Paramount. According to The Hollywood Reporter, in the U.S., 26 seasons of the show are still on HBO Max because the creators negotiated a temporary license extension. It appears that doing the same to keep the show on Paramount Plus internationally in the interim proved impossible. So for those of you who are saying that it's on HBO, that's why. Ew. Yes, okay. I'll allow ads on the website. Fucking hell. Where is the letter? How obnoxious. So I'm trying to find the actual letter because I don't like filtering all this through I don't like filtering this. Letter from Trey Parker and Matt Stone to Paramount Plus. I wonder if the letter is not actually there, or if it's not available. There's just some quotes of it. So we'll pull this one up. Just want to get a kind of an idea of what the letter says. Trey Parker and Matt Stone accused incoming Paramount president Jeff Shell of meddling in contract negotiations, etc. As their lucrative licensing deal for South Park expires, allowing the show to be shopped, a new legal battle is brewing. Jeff Shell, Red Bird Capital executive, who will be the incoming president of New Paramount if the merger with Skydance is completed, has been accused by an attorney for South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone of interfering in contract negotiations with potential suitors. And if anybody thinks that they're not, of course they are. The question is it in writing? Can they prove it? This is how all these things go. Paramount definitely wants to keep South Park. It's lucrative. They definitely don't want competitive bids from other streaming services because they want to keep it, but further, they want to keep it at the cheapest price available. I think Trey Parker and Matt Stone are asking for $200 million a year for the exclusive streaming rights for South Park. It's probably worth it, right? But if you can pay less, then you want to pay less. In a June 21 letter obtained by the Hollywood Reporter, which we're reading this from right now, Park County, the entertainment company run by Parker and Stone, threatened legal action for directing Netflix and Warner Brothers Discovery to modify certain terms of their offers in a manner calculated to benefit Paramount at the expense of the company. So here's the thing. As I stated, Paramount owns 50% of the streaming rights. However, it benefits Paramount, even though if they're the exclusive streaming company, it benefits them to reduce the price that they're paying no matter what. I mean, even if they're getting a 50% return on what they pay, so they're only paying half as much, et cetera, whatever. It doesn't really matter because they still want to reduce the amount that they're paying overall. This puts them at a massive competitive advantage to any of the other places. Because if Paramount, if the value is $200 million a year, Paramount's already paying $100 million because they're getting $100 million of the $200 million that's coming in, right? And so if they can reduce that $100 million further, like they take a $200 million property and pay $600 million or $60 million for it, for example, like that's insane. It gives them a huge advantage over any other company who's actually shelling out the full price. But so they want to preserve this deal as much as possible because the value of having it is presumed to be above what they're paying. But that screws over Trey Parker and Matt Stone. There's no way, they're only getting the other 50%. So if they reduce the overall price, then you impact them directly. The Squid says, how can you tell when a woman is about to say something smart when she starts a sentence with, a man told me? Well, that was very misogynistic, and how dare you? So here we go. It pointed to Shell urging WBD to give Paramount Plus an exclusive 12-month window for new episodes of the show and to shorten the term of the deal from 10 to 5 years, which could worsen the studio's bid for the series. We hereby demand that you, Redbird, and Skydance immediately cease your interference, the letter states. If these activities continue, we will have no choice but to act to both protect our rights and discharge any obligations we may have to the public. In a statement, a spokesperson for the David Ellison-led firm said, under the terms of the transaction agreement, Skydance has the right to approve material contracts. At the heart of the dispute, a joint venture Parker and Stone operate with Paramount called South Park Digital Studios, which owns the streaming rights to the hit animated series. There are 2 years remaining on Paramount's $900 million overall deal, with the company in talks to extend the agreement and bring the show to Paramount Plus. The ownership structure, which lends itself to conflicts of interest, complicates licensing negotiations for the show. And it does. Like, both sides are in conflict here because they're negotiating against their business partner. Very weird. Also at play is pending approval for Skydance's deal to acquire Paramount. Under federal antitrust laws, the David Ellison-led firm is barred from taking control and issuing directives until the merger's official closure. You did this behind Park County's back, writes Afshin Bezai, general counsel for the firm, to Shell. That self-dealing would have been absolutely restricted if it were done by Paramount itself. So it is simply outrageous that even before it has been granted the authority to close the merger with Paramount, Redbird and Skydance are jumping the gun and using confidential information of the SPDS, the South Park, whatever studio, to purport to make demands on behalf of SPDS that even Paramount has no right to make. So the claim here is that this company that's about to acquire Paramount is using information that they've probably gotten during their business merger negotiations, using information to influence before they're bound by the terms of the contract that Parker and Stone have with Paramount. They're utilizing that information to suppress the market. If Paramount Plus were to do this, it would be a violation of their contract. However, these guys can't operate on behalf of Paramount right now. So if they're out there just sort of, working to suppress the market or angle in with information that they have and kind of lock in the deal, they're not acting on behalf of Paramount, but they are acting against the interests of Trey Parker and Matt Stone. And they would presumably be acting against Paramount itself. Now, the interesting thing is the thought that reducing the value of the contract may reduce the value that Paramount has, and they could actually be operating against their own interests in that way. But it's a mess here, man. South Park Digital Studios is governed by a 5-member board of managers, which includes Paramount affiliate comedy partners, though it has limited rights to act on behalf of the joint venture. Against this backdrop, Park County says the Shell had no right or authority to be demanding that South Park Digital Studios' prospective counterparties make modifications to their proposals, especially modifications that would depress the value of their proposals. The deal can be traced back to 2007 when Stone and Parker cut a lucrative new agreement with Comedy Central owner Viacom. Streaming video existed back then, but the market was vastly different. Netflix began streaming videos in January of that year, and Viacom was suing YouTube over copyright infringement. When it came to how consumers watched episodes of the outside of linear TV, DVDs were the dominant economic force. Deals struck by Park County and Viacom gave Stone and Parker's company 50% of digital revenue in perpetuity split with the company. As streaming video proliferated and became a $1 trillion business, the value of that deal has only multiplied. HBO Max's 2019 deal for South Park reruns, for example, was worth $550 million, with half going directly to Park County. With South Park's massive library of more than 300 episodes and more being released every year, future deals will keep the cash flowing for years to come, despite what seems like efforts to try and get the genie back in the bottle. So there we go. This is what's going on. So let's start with this. D. Huat says, what are your favorite South Park episodes, Rackets? I haven't watched enough to have favorites. I really liked season 19 when they added PC Principal. But I watched the first season and maybe the second, and then I didn't watch until season 19. I watched all of that, and then I stopped watching. So here's the deal. Is this going to go into litigation? Who knows? But that would be a mess. That would be a mess because the contract itself is a mess. And they may find themselves in a situation where a judge starts to look at the contract and see problems. So this is not the kind of fight you want. But this is a flex, in my opinion, on both sides. But I think mostly on Parker and Stone sides, saying, hey, we have the creative rights here. One of the things that wasn't in that article is that as part of their their 50-50 agreement. Trey Parker and Matt Stone get to pick the studio. Like, they get to make the decisions. They get to execute the deals. It's just that Paramount acts mostly as a silent partner. Although I do think it said that they have the right to approve or reject a deal that's made. But largely the operations of it, or the main choices in the direction of where South Park is going to end up, still lie with Trey Parker and Matt Stone. And Paramount just gets a whole shitload of money out of it. But the best way to do business is more business. This is a tactic that you use when the other side in a negotiation is playing hardball. And what you do is you bluntly call out the hardball playing, like, because there's no reason for Paramount to do this. They should have an amicable relationship. It's worth hundreds of millions of dollars on this show. And the idea that they may take it somewhere else, Paramount would still make a fortune if this is able to be bid up and put on a different platform. But if this other company is vying to keep South Park, and Parker and Stone are saying, hey, we're going to lawyer up, what they're likely going to end up doing is coming out with an advantageous, and lucrative streaming deal. Again, taking advantage of the 50% advantage that they have over every other company. I mean, they're going to pay half what anybody else will since they're entitled to 50% of the streaming benefits. So it's, I think what they're going to end up doing is Trey Parker and Matt Stone are calling them out on this. They're saying, hey, knock this shit off. We're supposed to be at the table. We're supposed to be working together and collaborating on this. And what you guys are doing is fucking around. Public pressure will, I think, push both entities towards a deal, and they'll come out with something that is very lucrative, but also again takes advantage of that 50% agreement that knocks half off at the gate. But there's no reason to take this into expensive litigation that would expose all sorts of stuff to public scrutiny, and all sorts of communications would suddenly be spilled out into the world. And I don't think either side wants that. Nick looks human. Don't you insult me, Cookie. Don't you do that. But yeah, so I hope, I don't know. I saw this story and I was like, people like South Park. I'm always surprised because I always see an article that's like, well, they think this might be the last season. I mean, I've been seeing that for something like a decade. And there's always another one coming, like finding out there's a 27th season. I thought South Park was done. I thought it was done a couple years ago. Kurt, like Farron, ain't built for the internet. No, but they are built similarly. And by that, I mean bulbous. Yeah, I mean, going back to D-Watt's question, what are your favorite episodes? I really did enjoy season 19. It was funny. I kind of stopped watching TV entirely. And so, though I may find like an episode of South Park funny or even a whole season, the idea of sitting down and watching that much TV starts to get annoying. But I know a ton of people like South Park. It is, the article's right. Like, it's going to generate millions and millions and millions of dollars for years to come. And there's no reason that Paramount would want to lose this, want to lose the property or to damage the relationship. And having Skydance or whatever, a Redbird and Skydance, having them go out and do this is a really stupid move. But when the other side makes these mistakes and you're in a business negotiation, oftentimes you just call it out. Like, hey, we see it. Stop now. Because Parker and Stone, if they have final authority to make the choice of where the show ends up, they have a huge, basically a huge nuke in a briefcase, and they can put it on the desk and hit the button at any time. And they've made enough money where they don't have to do anything. This isn't their shot. Like their shot was taken well and hit a bullseye a long time ago. They keep hitting a bullseye over and over. Their show remains exceedingly popular and exceedingly valuable. They can take this property off the table entirely. Like they can do that if they really wanted to. So to threaten and jeopardize that, it seems like, they tried to get an advantage in some negotiations, and then they've been called out on it. This will probably bring everybody back to the table. So anyway, I don't know, kind of an interesting story. So we have a couple Gavin Newsom stories. These are weird. Where the fuck did where did my window go? Here it is. Oh my God. I love how having ad block doesn't work. Like it doesn't do anything for reading news articles anymore. True ad block is just to use the archive. So I don't really follow Gavin Newsom or stuff about California, because I really kind of want I want the entire state to do that thing where they always told you as a kid, like it was going to slide off into the ocean. Now it's like, will you fucking go? What did Flash say though? What do you mean? What did Flash say? Like Yellow Flash? What did he say about what? So this is so I don't really follow this type of stuff. I don't find it all that interesting normally, but there's two Gavin Newsom stories we have today which caught my eye. Sorry, Nick, getting caught up, old fan. Yeah, I know, but what do you best mom, like what do you mean what did Flash say? I'm just curious what you're asking. I could maybe answer. Flash and I have talked recently, which has not happened in a long time. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Founder of Cali Pot Farm, where ICE rescued dozens of kids and busted 300 plus migrants, donated to Gavin Newsom and other Democrats. This is one of those weird things where it's like, bad guy donated to person you're not supposed to like. And it's like, oh, okay. But did Gavin Newsom know about it? Was he there? What happened? What actually happened? I hate these. This is a weird part of American politics where we go, okay, there's money in politics, and therefore if people give money, that means that the recipient of the money is somehow affiliated or associated with the person who gives it. And sometimes they are, but not always. So let's see. The co-founder of the pot farm, where migrant kids as young as 14 were working. Look, they need jobs too. Has doled out thousands of dollars to Governor Gavin Newsom and other local Democrats, records show. Graham Farah is co-founder and president of Glass House Farms in Ventura County, the largest pot farm in California, which had been lauded as a pioneer in green, that is environmentally friendly cannabis. Like, this guy looks retarded. Yeah, I'm sure he makes a fortune. Like, look at all that weed. So it's environmentally friendly. What's environmentally unfriendly cannabis? Like, what even is that? I don't get it. Like, is pot farming? Oh my God. I can't even keep track. So let's see. ICE rounded up 361 undocumented workers last Thursday, including 14 underage kids. What's an overage kid? 8 of them unaccompanied, in a raid that turned violent after protesters clashed with agents and one worker died from falling from a greenhouse. Well, that was a bad choice. God, that would be a shitty way to go. Wait, what? Okay. We're going to read about that in a minute. Farah previously donated various Dem candidates and causes in the Golden State, including giving 10 grand to Gavin Newsom in 2018. He also donated to the Santa Barbara County County Democratic Central Committee's federal PAC and Rep. Salud Carbajal campaign finance records show. He was even photographed presenting an oversized check to local school officials for a scholarship fund, the LA Times reported in 2019. Glasshouse has never knowingly violated applicable hiring practices and has never employed minors. Sounds like that's a lie. The farm's parent company, Glasshouse Brands, posted to X. We're focused on taking care of our people and our plants, Farrar himself said in an X post reported by Fox News before it was deleted. Glasshouse Brands, co-founded by Farah and Kyle Kazan, has market cap of $300 million last year, according to business blogger Alejandro Cremades. Cremades. Ice, get on that. Kazan is a former cop and teacher, and the company says he supports President Trump, according to the LA Times. Wait, who the fuck is that? Who's Kazan? Oh, okay. So Farr is a Democrat and Kazan is a former cop who supports President Trump. So wait. Does that mean that so there's a Newsom supporter and a Trump supporter? Like, does that what that means? Because that kind of takes the sting out of the story, right?
Boys, I'm done. I quit YouTube last night. I am going to Pornhub now.
Poor Camelot. Alessia G, member for 2 months. The lawyer level. Thank you, Alessia. Sent a couple of purple hearts, which is awesome. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So the company did not immediately respond to a request for comment. It has built its brand on claims of using sustainable and ethical business practices, including low carbon, water sustainable farming methods. No, this is right. This is perfect because if you have child labor, they breathe that, they have lower lung capacities, they have lower carbon dioxide emissions straight out the gate. And then it's water sustainable because the miners also consume less water. So I think this fits perfectly with their business model. It's a saga of passion, perseverance, and a profound belief in the positive impact of cannabis on individuals and society. Cremades wrote of Farah's career. Do you guys think that the positive impact of cannabis on individuals and society? Does cannabis positively impact individuals or society? Like, what do you guys think? I don't know. I think it's a tough question in general. I'm kind of curious what you guys do think. If you grab your nits right, you can make them look. You mean nuts? Make them look like a purple heart. So, but the federal government tells a different story, at least when it comes to labor practices. Assistant Department of Homeland Security Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said the conditions for the children looked like exploitation, forced child labor, and potentially human trafficking or smuggling while facing assault and even gunfire. Mexican illegal immigrant. How's that your title? Mexican illegal immigrant Juan Duarte Velasquez, who had a rape and DUI conviction, was also arrested on one of the farms. No big deal. Newsom did not immediately respond to the post request for comment on the donation by Farrar. Like, what's he supposed to do? He did blast Fox News' coverage of it, pointing out the outlet's ties to the Trump administration. Sure is rich for Fox News and the Trump admin to point to campaign donations to Democrats, when in fact, the CEO is a Trump supporter who donated to my recall, and has given to more Republicans. The governor posted to X. Man, I just assume businesses like this donate significantly to both sides, right? Like, because you need whoever's in office on your side. You don't need one party or the other. You don't need that at all. Hey, what's up, Rita? How you doing? Nice to see you. Oh no, the next grift is going to be ethically sourced cannabis. Man, I have a weed prescription and I haven't used it yet because it's just like I just hate it. Like I just hate it. But I don't know. I'm thinking about filling it, but I just fucking everybody, like all the people I know who smoke or vape weed, they love it. They're like, yes, no, it's awesome. It helps, whatever, or it just helps them relax. And every time I'm just like, it just knocks me the fuck out. I don't want to be unconscious all the time. You got a Timcast ad? Really falling off. What? I don't choose what ads are there. Come smoke it with me. It's better with friends. Nick, you made me start my whiskey collection. They took mine. Well, they didn't take it. I had to get rid of it, which is sad. You hated it until you found the right one for ADHD and productivity. You can't use sleepy ones. That's why you prefer cocaine. Well, yeah, like I like stimulants. I don't know what else to say about it. I don't like depressant drugs or substances. I don't like them. I don't like depressant effects of, prescription meds that have some legitimate medical purpose. I hate that. I hate that feeling. I don't like feeling fuzzy, which is weird because I did drink a lot. So you'd think, well, you drank a whole bunch. That's kind of the same thing. For some reason, it's different. I don't know if it's just like alcohol isn't, it is a depressant, but it's not as strong as others. I'm not sure what it is. But yeah, I'm just not a big fan of weed. To be honest, if you're sleepy after it, you're probably using too much. But man, my body is such a bitch when it comes to weed. It just can't, I don't do hard. I take almost none and I'm fucking out. If you guys remember, I used to do the streams where I'd take like a 5 milligram gummy and it'd take about 45 minutes. And then I'm, I would be significantly impaired, so to speak. Yeah, sativas more than indicas. I do if I'm with the main premise that I never really liked weed that much. However, I would prefer sativas to indicas in those cases. But yeah, they're just like, to me, my thought was always, if I'm going to do drugs, I'm going to do drugs. Like, I like the really pronounced effects of hallucinogens and psychedelics. And then Coke is just it's not a pronounced effect in a weird way. You see people like do the movie thing where they rip a huge line. They're like, whoa! It's like, that's not really how it goes. But the effect of it is subtle, but it's noticeable. You just don't care because you just feel like you can conquer the world. So you don't worry about anything else. LSD day tomorrow on a hike. I don't want to be, man, that's too much. That's too much work. LSD is too much. That's too much on the old body. Okay, well, who cares about Gavin Newsom? There was something else going on here. I did disable my ad blocker, so let's try this again. No, fucking hell. Hold on, I'm just trying to get this stupid fucking thing to work. All right, let's try one more time. Refresh. Okay. What is this? This is way more interesting to me than the Gavin Newsom thing. Fuck off. Alleged SC, so South Carolina, dirty kindergarten teacher grins as she is released on bail after dropping courtroom bombshell. Now, there's a headline, right? There's a headline. An alleged dirty South Carolina kindergarten teacher accused of molesting a student grinned in court as she was released on bail after dropping a bombshell on the judge. It's a weird fucking smile. What's going on? Nicole Ballou Callahan, 33, has been charged with 3 counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor over an alleged affair with a teen boy beginning when he was just 14. Okay, whoa, okay. All right, that's not good. That's not a good thing. I want to be very clear. Bad. But the way this is written, dirty South Carolina kindergarten teacher, I thought they were talking about molesting a kindergartner, which they're both bad. That one just seems worse. Like how they wrote that was very, very confusing. Wait, what the fuck is this? What do we have?
Hi, Nick. Love the haircut. I am trying to lure white boys on X, bothering you to bother me, the tiny tally hose.
What's up, Cookie? Hey, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the hair comment. You're trying to lure white boys on X. I hope you get all the white boys you can handle, Cookie. I want you to be drowning and swimming in white boy manliness. I don't even know what the fuck to say anymore. Okay. So Callahan turned herself into the sheriff's deputies in Anderson County near Greenville last week. At a Thursday bond hearing, her attorney asked that the court release her on bond after she revealed that she was pregnant. Oh, no. And she's smiling about it. Who is the father? Do they have a driver's license? Neither the defense nor the prosecution suggested who the father of the baby might be. Callahan does have a fully grown fiance who was in the courtroom to support his alleged predator's sweetheart. Okay, that would be hard, right? Like, that would be tough. It's like, hey, babe. Oh, yeah, what's going on? Oh, I have court today. Oh, really? What is it? I'm being indicted for having an affair with a 14-year-old. Oh, shit. I'd like you to come with me and have my back in court. Yeah, babe, I'll be right there. How the fuck do you even ask? And like, he must think she didn't do it right. Because how could you? 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 Maybe they started dating when he was 14. He's fully grown now. They've been together for a while. But so was she cheating on him with a 14-year-old? Like that's one of the things that always gets me in these stories. And it's usually it's a female teacher and it's a teenage student and like a young teenage student. And you're like, fucking, what are you doing? You don't get it. And then it's like their husband is there to support them. Their fiance. It's like, to me, that seems like a hard line I would draw. Right? Like, it seems to me like, you're sleeping with them. I don't think I could have their back. I don't think I could do that. That's fucking weird. This kid's premature riz must be off the charts. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. There's a rash of this happening. I don't think it's premature riz. Remember, these are not. These are predators. They're predators. They have a different type of victim, and they have a different type of sort of approach than we're used to. They prey on the hormonal confusion caused by recently pubescent boys, and they're predating on them. And the idea of having, a young, sexually stimulable partner is, I think, something that is intoxicating and alluring to them. And I don't know the reasons. I don't want to speculate on what it might be. Like, it could be that they're not satisfied at home. I don't know. They're unsuccessful in other relationships. It could be a lot of stuff. I'm not sure. But these are predators. These are predators. This isn't about Riz. This isn't about anything like that. They pick a young boy, and they take advantage of the hormonal scrambling that's going on. Every guy in chat knows, like, when you're 14 and like how fucking difficult it is to be 14, and to be around any level of attractive woman. Like, it's the shit going on inside your head and your body is it's tough to deal with. And so these women offer an outlet, and it's self-serving. So don't, this isn't, I know you're just joking, but I fucking hate these stories. I really do. I cannot I cannot imagine this guy who's going to sit there. He's like, yeah, no, this is fine. She appeared in court virtually via a live feed that showed her sulking in a cinder block cell. It was a far cry from social media posts making her out to be a fun and upbeat kindergarten teacher, celebrating birthdays with her colleagues, and even belting out an ABBA song in one video. Oh, she should be arrested for that. There are some things that you don't do on video. And we learned from Mark Randazza yesterday that you don't fuck a dog on video. Definitely don't do that. And you don't sing ABBA songs on video. You cannot be caught doing this in public. It is not acceptable.
Hey, Nick, how about covering the defamation case between Drake and UMG about Kendrick Lamar calling him a pedophile? Because it tests the First Amendment about what you can or cannot say on a diss track.
So he's suing him. So he called him a pedophile on a diss track? Fuck. Do people believe what's in a diss track? One of the things that bothered me about the Monograph suit and really should have led towards an early dismissal in the case was the conditions under which things were stated, right? Like, I was clearly insulting Montegraph. Now, I believe the statements that I made. I do. I do believe that he was my ADA appointed retard, that he's basically a walking handicap ramp or whatever, and that I do believe that that's true. Like, I do believe that he is a government agent that works for the enforcement arm of the Americans with Disabilities Act, and he was specifically sent to test my compliance with laws to protect disabled Americans. Like, I believe that 100%. But it should have been pretty clear that we were engaged in an exchange of insults, and I was insulting him, and that was more the thing. Like, the idea that people were supposed to take this as some sort of diagnosis. Again, I stand by everything I said. Doesn't need to be repeated or whatever, but I never wavered from that. A lot of my LawTube colleagues were like, so do you still believe what you said? Like, yeah. I want to, and Kurt actually on a live stream was like, you do? You still believe what you said? It's like, what would change my mind? I don't understand that. And I'm in the middle of litigation, and he's like asking me to go ahead and state that I don't believe the thing I said. That's insane. And that was one of the times where I really started questioning Kurt's competence. I was like, what are you doing? Like, why would I on a live stream be like, you know what? I don't actually believe it. I mean, truth is an ultimate defense of defamation. And specifically when you're talking about a public figure, like, you have the actual malice standard, which is a reckless disregard for the truth, or knowledge of the falsity. I have no knowledge of falsity of any statement that I made. I believe all of them to be true. So to sit there and be like, oh, you still believe that? You believe that? It's like, well, I haven't received any evidence to the contrary. I've heard Montegraph like shriek out some self-serving statements like, but mostly, how dare he? Not, I'm not that, which is weird. But like that was at the time, or that was part of the time when I was like, I don't think you actually are competent. I don't think he's kind of retarded. So detectives began investigating Callahan in May and claimed the sexual abuse started in 2021 with the then 14-year-old Grant Strickland. It lasted 2 years, authorities said. What then? Did he age out? So this is the alleged victim right here, Grant Strickland. I don't know. Who knows? So 2021, he was then 14. So it's been 1 week. So it's been 4 years from that. So he's 18 now, which is, that makes sense. That's why they're using his name. Quote, the relationship intensified as she reportedly signed the student out of school, transported him to practices, and served as a supervisor for after-school activities. You got to wonder how how that started. So she signs a student out of school. How does this happen? She's transporting him to practices and served as a supervisor for after-school activities. You'd think those latter two would have the parents involved in some. Not that the parents are to blame here. Who knows? But she's a kindergarten teacher. He's 14. Like, why is this happening? Broccoli head haircut every single time. Oh. So let's see. The Anderson County Sheriff's Office said last week, these repeated interactions led to a prolonged pattern of abuse, which was corroborated by search warrants and ongoing cooperation with the victim's family. Strickland came forward after turning 18, following time spent processing the experience and trauma associated with the abuse, authorities said. At least they're acknowledging the trauma. Because there's a penchant for people to be like, oh man, when I was if this would have been great when I was in school, it's like it wouldn't have been great. You might have thought it was great at the time, but there is actual trauma associated with this. It's not a good thing. Like the sexual exploitation of a minor is bad universally. Addressing the court on Tuesday, Strickland, who is now 18, you've said that like 14 times, said he wants the case to empower other victims to come forward. I'm here to fight, and I'm not going to back down. I think more awareness needs to be brought to things like this. And just because I'm a man, I'm a man, doesn't mean that it should be shunned away because I was a child. And this is correct. And this has been, the issue that I always have with it's always the female teacher and male teenager is that people are like, well, but they wanted it though. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. We've decided that they don't have the ability to consent to this type of activity at this point in their life, because whether they want it or not, they're not competent to make the decision about what's right and appropriate. Let's see. WBDJ7 reported him saying, a detective also read a letter in court from Strickland's mother, who alleged Callahan first met her victim when she was helping direct a school play. She saw her son's innocence and that he was very easily manipulated. Wait, why is that? What happened there? Kayla, member for 40 months, super lawyer member, thank you so much, says, please look up Christina Formella. Very similar, but her husband is standing by her. I'll look her up in just a second. Let's take a look at these. Said I was willing to be distracted. The mother wrote, Callahan was released after paying $120,000 cash bond. Whoa. But the court barred her from going near Strickland or a number of locations he might be. Whoa. This chick's just dropping 120 grand in cash. She had a fraught personal life behind the scenes. She divorced her first husband last May and became embroiled in a custody battle for their young daughter. Why'd she divorce her first husband? Is it because she was fucking minors? Is that what happened? Oh, wait. Sorry, a cash bond. Okay, so yeah, she drops 12 large. I read that as cash bail in my head. And so I thought she actually posted the 120 grand in cash. Her ex filed for modified custody rights on the same she turned herself in. On the same she turned herself in, according to court records obtained by True Crime Mama. The fuck is True Crime Mama? It's a Facebook profile. God damn it. New York Post. No. Don't use a Facebook post. What the fuck? Yeah, so this is she's a child, like she's a child abuser. So custody rights should probably be modified. I know. What do you guys think? Should it be treated differently? Like, okay, listen to how that article was written and the outcome. And then think about if you had reversed the genders. This has always been my problem with these stories. If you reverse the genders and you have a male teacher and a 14-year-old girl, people are rightly incensed. They are fucking outraged at it. There's no like happy, jovial tone to the article. Oh, she was a great kindergarten teacher, etc. No, she smiled as she announced she was pregnant. Like, there are fucking sniper dots all over that guy everywhere he goes. And again, rightly so. That's what it should be. I'm not mad about that way. I'm mad about the other way. It's so weird. And this persists, even though, we have all this DEI shit. We have all of this stuff about, eliminating gender disparity and stuff, but not on this issue. On this issue, it's always like, well, but the boys probably liked it though. Like, it's so fucking what? Okay, Christina Formella. Let me take a look. Do not like Italians, so. Whoa. So this is interesting solely because it's another New York Post article. And like, hold on, I'm pulling it up. Why are you doing this to me? God damn it. Hold on, pulling this up. The language used in this article is so fucking similar, right? Accused dirty teacher Christina Formella is all smiles. In court with husband. Oh, shoot. Here we go. In court with husband as she asked judge to let her move closer to student whom she sexually abused 50 times. Let me look, judge. I want to move a little bit closer. So this is her over here. This guy, what are you doing? Homie, why? I'd say she belongs to the streets, but cars are there and people in cars tend to be older. What the fuck is happening? Why is this guy? Why would you be doing this? Alleged dirty teacher Christina Formella and her husband were all smiles in court as she tried to convince the judge to let her move closer to the ex-student whom she's accused of sexually abusing more than 50 times. Accused of. Have you noticed how many, like, I've read 3 articles and there's been 3 errors. Formella, 30, swished into a DuPage County courtroom holding hands with hubby Michael on Wednesday morning. So Michael Formella, neither of the Formellas answered questions about the case that has shocked suburban Chicago. Michael was holding her hand the entire time. They're smiling at each other, literally smiling at each other the entire time until she got up. Okay, this is getting fucking weird. One courtroom spy who sat directly behind the couple told the Post they look really confident. So here she is again. Again, she's like, this is the thing. A lot of these teachers are relatively cute. Like, she looks good. So it's not some inability to attract like, she's married, so clearly she had the ability to attract a partner of some sort. But it's like, I don't know what broken thing drives. I can only guess at it, and it's amateur psychology hour on it. So Christina revealed she had been living with her parents at their $560,000 home on a golf course since mid-June, when her charges were upgraded and she was given an ankle monitor. She slyly concealed the court-ordered tracker with a pair of wide-leg pants. Good writing. The Formella's marital home is within a court-ordered 5,000-foot buffer zone between her and the alleged victim, her lawyers told the judge. Holy shit, she got almost a mile. That's a lot. Like, that's a big fucking... Because when you think about a mile radius, like, that's a big area. She asked Wednesday that the buffer zone be reduced to 2,500 feet, explaining that the boy often hangs out with friends near her home and even has a job in the area. The judge denied the motion. Formella was hit with 52 additional charges last month for aggravated criminal sexual abuse and criminal sexual assault. The former Downers Grove special ed teacher... No. And soccer coach was arrested in March and is accused of abusing her teenage student at least 50 times, including at least 45 times at the school. I mean, that's what you expect most of the times to be at the school, right? Like, I do anyway. She and her husband are college sweethearts and married just last year, just weeks before Formella's alleged relationship with the boy came to an end in September. They married just weeks before the relationship came to an end. What is this guy doing? Prosecutors say Formella told the boy that she was planning to leave her husband and take him for millions. Wait, he's got millions of dollars and he's throw this hoe out. What the fuck? Come on, man. So he's got millions of dollars. His fiance was in a relationship with a minor. While they were engaged, they get married. She's still in the relationship with the minor, and she says this, and he's like, no, this is fine. I'm good with it. Michael Formella is the scion of E. Formella and Sons, a Chicago-based Italian foods manufacturer and purveyor. And despite, oh no, I thought this was going to be her high school picture with like some really fucking great quote. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Let's see. And despite Christina's alleged plot to rip off the family and run away with a teeny bopper, her father-in-law, Randy Formella, has even joined the accused creep in court. He has also declined to comment on why the family was sticking by her. She's got to have something on him, right? Like, she's got to have something. Holy fuck. Michael Formella, who was a baseball star at the couple's alma mater, Concordia University of Chicago, previously told cops he was blindsided by the charges and had no idea his wife was allegedly stepping out on him with an underage boy. But investigators say the inappropriate affair was happening right under his nose, with Christina allegedly even texting the alleged victim while she and her husband were vacationing in Italy. that doesn't surprise me. Like, unless you're reading the other person's phone, how would you know? Right. But this part is happening right under his nose, and he's smiling at her. You got to wonder if he was somehow involved in this. Christina is also accused of grooming the boy, with prosecutors saying her advances began when he was just 14 years old. It's fucking every time is 14. He had been on her soccer team at the time, but after an injury took him off the field. She started giving him private tutoring before school. Like, wait, what? So fucking weird. Oh, wait, she's not a kindergarten teacher. She's a special ed teacher. It was in her classroom during, so is he in special education? It's in her classroom during those sessions where their alleged affair began, with the first alleged sexual contact happening when she was 28 and he was 15. He would have been in special education. It's in her class. She's a special ed teacher. Holy fuck. Now, there's a couple types of special education, right? Like, there's the kids who just, well, there's like the dumb kids, and then there's the kids who just don't, like, for whatever reason, they're not good at school. And then you have like kids with severe learning disabilities or mental deficiencies. Who knows? But like she's taking advantage of a kid in a special ed class. Like, that's really fucking disgusting. What is this?
My teacher fiance is cucking me and knocked up by someone inappropriate. I get to clean up. That's another win for the toe.
Oh man, I found such a great text message from him yesterday. It's amazing. Okay, so the allegations came to light in March after the boy's mother found text messages on his phone in which Formella professed her love for the boy and talked openly about enjoying their sex, including one message where she said, "I love having sex with you." So she's not a creative writing major. Like, she does not have any descriptive capability here. Like, this is like one of the unsexiest ways to say that. Prosecutors initially alleged there was just one sexual incident after a romance built up for months, but they said they later came across evidence that indicated dozens of sexual encounters. The pair allegedly had sex dozens of times in her classroom, but also several times at her and her husband's home on school time. Fucking hell. After her arrest, Formella told the cops she was being targeted and blackmailed by the boy because she was nice and good looking. But text messages between the pair and you don't do this. Oh, no, he's blackmailing me. It's like, you know what you texted him. Just shut your fucking mouth. But the text messages between the pair and a torrid diary found on her phone suggested a much different dynamic, according to prosecutors, who characterized Formella as obsessive and controlling. I went back and screenshotted every single time that I said we should break up until after the wedding and after you graduated, Formella allegedly wrote in the diary. Well, like, you have something to do with that. You could just break up with him. And every single fucking time you came back and convinced me it would be fine, you ruined us. I warned you that we should never have started dating a long, long, long fucking time ago. You know what? Does your vagina not close? Like, can you just not stop having sex with a minor? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Most people can go around and not do this. Like, most people like, you know what I'm not going to do today is I'm not going to be a pedophile. Like, it's going to be normal. I can't figure out where people come up with this stuff. Like, God, I told him we should have stopped. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're the adult. You gaslit me and convinced me it was fine. If I had one thing I could do to all women, it would be to erase the word gaslit or gaslight or whatever the phrase word, just erase it from existence. Stop. I hate the fucking word. I hate it. It's used wrong so often. And it is just like an automatic, it's like a trump card that you play, right? Oh, gaslighting. Okay, sure. Got it. Fucking so tired of hearing that. It's become like a, like an in vogue expression in the American, particularly female zeitgeist. Like gaslighting is real. Don't get me wrong. Like gaslighting is a real thing that occurs. It's just, I hate the overwhelming misuse of the term. We will be in each other's lives forever. We will be able to love each other while also living our own lives, the diary added. Okay. Fermella claimed those writings were merely a form of self-therapy and that any sexual references in them had to do with her husband. Okay. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Flightless is correct. Gaslight does not mean lie. This is a wild story. Like,
Look, I went crazy and murdered my daughter and her mother. If I had a teacher who cared enough to turn this chip on my shoulder into a warm, salty paste, who knows? Life could have been different.
that's right. Yes. If a special ed teacher had found Ronnie O'Neill the third and just extracted some brother butter from him, his wife and daughter would have been alive today. Kayla. I don't even know. Like, is it just Kayla? I guess. I know how to pronounce Kayla, but yours has an E instead of a Y. Thanks for the news article. Fucking just wild. New York Post, they have like a compelling setup. They always have good headlines. It's like, okay, I want to see what these other stories are. But I just man, I don't know, like we have to fix the minor attracted person's problem. We have to fix the disparity in how these cases are treated. We have to actually figure out what we want to do with people with this problem, right? Like, this chick is not fit to be in society. She can't be around kids. She can't be around 14-year-old males. Clearly, she kind of fucked that one up. So it's like, so what do we do with them? Like, you can't put him in prison forever, I guess. I mean, maybe you can. You can probably in this case, 50 counts. If she gets convicted on 50 counts, she's gone. Maps, don't those go in the wall? Yeah, but we're running out of brick space here, baby. Like, what do we do? Because we're not actually putting them on the wall, right? Like, there's significant minor abuse problem going on in the United States. We know it from the human trafficking rings that routinely get investigated, busted, and prosecuted. But we always know there's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And you find out like how big these networks are, and you're like, how does this happen? Like, where is this actually going on? Where it's got like thousands of people involved and all these victims in there, and like, apparently the market is ripe still. Like, people, still pay for child prostitutes, and I can't figure this out. I can't figure out what mindset you have to be. I can't figure out what mindset you have to be in, to consider the hiring of a minor prostitute or a sex trafficked child. Like, I can't figure out what that would take. But it's a pervasive problem, and it's all over society, and it's finally getting the air that it needs So maybe there will be some sort of solution. But who knows? Who knows? Any alleged references are strictly coincidental. Okay. Well, thank you for the distraction, Kayla. No relation. I have this other story. I have this other story about the California Senate has passed a bill to let LA buy out the fire victims' land and trade it in basically develop low-income housing. I'm torn on that. Because you need enough low-income housing, I guess, but also, do you really want more low-income housing in LA? Send him somewhere else. Go to a different city. God, city's fucking depressing. The Iceman 101418 says the disgusting part is how frequent it is in schools. Buffalo got even more eyes on the issue. Nick, fat electrician, and angry cops doing great work. Yeah, people asked me to follow that story, and I did not. But maybe I should at some point go look at it. But it's in. I'm just gonna say it. It's in every school. It's in every school. It's just waiting. It's a pending problem. There needs to be ways to detect it and deter this stuff early, because the current system isn't effective. Why can't these nymphos ever go for the old guys, right? There's plenty of that too. There's something broken about this, and I don't know if trying to figure out how to word this. It's always easy to say oh, why can't I have a whatever? But this isn't a healthy sexual relationship that's going on. That chick's fucking crazy. And you can tell from the, just the little excerpts from her diary where she's screaming at a 14-year-old about having this relationship or whatever, and how she tried to break up with him. But the 15, 16-year-old gaslit her and convinced her that they should stay together. You're fucking crazy. You're broken on the inside. And so it's you're not going to get a fulfilling relationship out of that person. So I don't know. What creeps me out though is the detail that they kept focusing on there, that her husband was smiling and laughing with her in court. It's this is, I never want to, you don't want to smile and laugh in court just in general, under most circumstances. And they're there under serious things. And he supposedly doesn't know about it. He marries her in the middle of this torrid affair that's going on. And he stands by her this. She's got him. She's got him in some way. Have that fucking marriage annulled. Man, your family's got money. Have that marriage annulled. You were sitting there. She's sleeping with a minor, committing a sex crime during your engagement. Have that shit annulled. Get out of it, and don't let her take any money. Iceman 101418 says, what about how society ignores male minors abuse? No, exactly. I agree. I think that's they don't just ignore it. They apologize for it and say that the males want it. And, that's there. I remember we were reading a similar story, and I think it might've been from the UK a couple years ago. And the judge even said, he was into it. It's the kid was into it. So, and the person got just a tiny slap on the wrist. So no, I agree fully. I think these things are treated completely differently based on gender. I think it's based on very, very archaic and inaccurate biases. The idea that a 14-year-old boy wants it, so it's okay, is wrong. But also, like, on the converse side of that, you really don't see many articles in the opposite direction that would dare to allege that the female victim desired what was happening from the male perpetrator, right? Like, you don't see that. And that happens too. Like, it's not unique to one particular gender, but the way we treat it is unique. And it's really a problem. I agree 100%. Okay, I have this Trump story too. Like, I don't know. I don't really want to do the LA fire victims land story. It wasn't great. There's a bunch of Trump shit going on. What was the one I was looking at? There's a new lawsuit against Trump. Well, the Trump administration, states are suing Trump. Let's see. Fucking hell. 24 states sue Trump over $6.8 billion withheld from education. Trump has cut. One thing he did was he cut a bunch of benefits that were going towards illegal immigrants and illegal aliens, however you want to say it. I don't really care. He cut a bunch of the benefits going to them. And, that's driving people fucking insane. And I'm just over here thinking, okay, like, why do you get benefits if you're illegally in the country in the first place? Like, why are there benefit programs for illegal immigrants? I'm not even the harshest person I know on the border issue, but like, I can recognize the obvious problem is that we incentivize people to cross the border illegally. Like, we just beg them to do it. They're like, here, we got all this money just to give you. And we want them to come and take it. And Trump comes in and says, no more, none of that. We're going to cut this fund. And people are fucking going crazy on him. Like, how dare you? People are going to die. It's like, well, they didn't need to come here. Like, they didn't need to show up in this country without permission, but they chose to. Anyway, I don't know. Those stories are kind of boring. You know what's going on? Like, Trump has come in and he is disrupting these critical mechanisms of the shadow administration, shadow agenda, however you want to classify it, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. There's a group of people with lots of power, and many of them are politicians who directly benefit from things like illegal immigration, who directly benefit from things like human trafficking or the drug trade or whatever. There's a litany of massive illegal endemic problems that occur within the United States, and there's a class of people who operate outside of that. Like, they don't operate within, like, they're not human traffickers. They're Congress people, for example, or they're business owners who benefit significantly from cheaper labor, or even forced or coerced labor. And is particularly from people who would be afraid to go to the police because maybe they're undocumented or illegal already. So they take advantage of and exploit these people. They pay them less. They have poor working conditions. They don't have various insurances. Like, the amount of savings that they have is, that's kind of the draw that they have. And the person becomes, it's weird because they're both a perpetrator because they're in the country illegally, but they're also a victim. They're a victim of being exploited because of their illegal status. Some people think like removing the illegal status will alleviate the problem. It won't, because it's not just the illegal status that's the that's being used against them. It's also, English not being a primary language. It's also a misunderstanding of the legal system and the labor system and all of that stuff. All of that is combined to allow certain people to take advantage of this. And the real truth of the matter is a lot of them are in Congress, or a lot of their family members are in Congress. And there's a lot of people it benefits to have this influx of people who live kind of outside the legal system of the United States, because their exploitation is profitable. So Trump is coming in and disrupting that. He's disrupting what has been undisrupted for, 30, 40 years now. The amount of actual intrusion into the immigration customs enforcement system has been minimal. We got a little bit of a change around 9/11, just in punching up at least the security theater around the whole matter, but we haven't really solved the illegal immigration or border crossing problem. It seems to be getting worse and worse and worse, and that's because the profit from it is available and it's out there. And as it becomes this like social issue, you now have people who are able to continue the exploitation, but under the guise of humanism or humanitarianism, and it's just wild. Trump comes in and he's unartful, and he is a sledgehammer, and he smashes into some of these circles, and it's pissing off people at very high levels, people who are very dangerous. It'll be interesting to watch how it plays out. Trump is operating with the full force of the U.S. government to protect him and his interests and his attack on these systems, but it is an attack on the systems that are beneficial to very powerful people. So it'll be kind of wild to watch. I don't know. I don't really need to. We don't really need to talk much about it, do we? Like, that all seems obvious. Yet he cucks on the Epstein list. Yeah, I know he did. Don't you wonder why? Like, it feels like there's got to be something. It feels like there's got to be some reason that we're missing on the Epstein list. I think I'm about ready for this, guys. Like, look, soup time. It's a glorious time. I think we're going to switch gears a little bit to Cooking with Kurt. And I don't know. This one I think is the oldest one. This one is the beginning. 3 years ago. Three years ago. We're gonna do this. I need another beverage. I finished my Gatorade. I'm really thirsty. So I'm going to run to the bathroom, grab a drink. I'll be right back down to the show here, and we will continue on. We'll have some soup time. I don't know what he's cooking on this video. I don't know what it is. It doesn't say. So I'll be right back. I'm not going to be here for a minute, so I am going to run an ad. Ignore it. I don't care. But I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. When you have a small bladder. Who ate tacos today? I didn't. I had a big pile of Chinese food for dinner. It was good. It was good. All right. Oh boy. Let's go, Brandon. He says the soup time is a glorious time in like every video, every cooking video. I don't know if he will in this one because it might predate that. Okay. Just hold on. I gotta just. Are you guys ready? Are we ready? Can we be ready for this? Oh god.
You're here with cooking.
Let's see. Comete un taco pinchinik. What does that mean? I don't speak that. I don't speak that language. Okay, hold on. I'm just adjusting the window size, so for me. Oh, you fucking thing. It'll stay the same for you guys. So this is 3 years ago. This is Cooking with Kurt. I have no idea what we're cooking. I don't know. Let's see what we got.
With Uncivil today. Very exciting. Now let's see if I can do something about these lights being where they are so they won't be so blinding. That helps a little bit. That was really dark. I turn on this light. Well,
Feel like
I can do about the lighting. I'm not sure there's anything I can do about the lighting, to be honest, because where the light is.
Lighting. Oh, that's good. That's good right there.
We'll have to make do. We'll have to make do.
Why is your camera so smudgy?
I need a bigger tripod is what I need or something. Or I can move the thing for somewhere else. All right.
We're going to need a bigger tripod. You don't need a bigger tripod. He never gets one. That's the best part of that statement, right? Like, because we have now seen cooking videos that are a year after this, and he's still at the same horrifying victim angle. It's like, I'm going to need a bigger tripod. I'm a fun guy. I'm never going to get one, though. But his camera is always so fucking smudgy. Like, every light that turns on is like smeared from grease stains. You know, it's just his skin too. Just slime everywhere. This is absolutely the fucking angle it is.
Got this huge glare thing because I got these beams. I got the beams of light from God. Okay.
No, it's not the beams of light. It's that your camera, the lens, has been smudged by a fat guy. You should call the cops and ask him who's doing it. But like, good Lord, and he never fixes his problem. His front-facing camera is always, it's like, what did you do? Just smear it in taco juices? God, it's gross. It's actually gross. Like, you take and rub it on your shirt and pretend to be clean for 5 seconds. But this is just how his camera operates, right? Like, this is a man who doesn't take selfies, obviously. Because if you took a selfie, you would notice that it was smudged. You wouldn't even be able to see yourself. It's every time in every video, it all looks like this. If he's using his phone as a camera, it's just like, ugh. That means his mitts have been all over it and there's just smudgy stuff.
So first of all, let's talk about the wine we're drinking today.
Let's talk about
we're doing a snake and herring. This is 2020 Perfect Day Sauvignon Blanc Semillon from the Margaret River of Western Australia.
Screw top, it looked like. Already open. He's already a glass deep.
Very, very exciting. Very exciting. So that is the wine that we're drinking as we're making it. And we'll probably throw at least some wine into the dish because that sounds like a good thing to do.
Depends on the dish, not if it's cereal.
This one's pretty good. All right. So we have our bags of stuff. We have our bags of things.
Those 2 bags are gonna make 1 casserole or whatever. Holy shit.
So let's show you what we'll be doing. Okay. So we're making crack chicken today, as advertised. So for
We're making crack chicken? Now I'm intrigued. This is my kind of chicken. I want some of that. That sounds really good.
first, from the refrigerator, we have.
Okay. What can we see in the fridge? What can we see in the fridge? We can see Guinness. That's fine. But if you look down, why are his eggs at a 45-degree angle? His eggs are mid-ollie on a skateboard. Like, what are they doing? What is happening? Why is it like this? He's got, is that unsalted Land O'Lakes butter up top? I think that blue and white packaging is the unsalted Land O'Lakes.
We have 5.7 pounds.
Did you notice what just happened there? I'm sorry to pause it so much. Holy fuck. But he has a thing of chicken in a bag, and the bag is like impeding the view. So instead of just pulling the bag away from the chicken, he stretches it out and like puts it closer so that its transparency will become useful. Why would you do it that way? Like, again, this is weird nitpicky stuff. We're not even into the cooking yet. We're not into the good stuff. Why on earth would you do it? Peel the fucking plastic away so we can see the chicken better. Now it's all smudgy. It's smudgy like your phone. Nick's commentary on Cooking with Kurt is revolutionary. Nick's deep cooking insight transforms the media in a way that is completely different from before. Screen cap me for the lawsuit, fam.
Of chicken breast. So that's our chicken. Natural chicken.
Natural chicken as opposed to unnatural.
Chicken breast.
Don't buy unnatural
This is
chicken.
all from Heb, by the way. This grocery store of Texas. We've got Philadelphia cream cheese 2-pack. That'll be good.
Both those some bitches are going in the chicken. He has 5 pounds.
We have some cheddar. Not too much though.
Just a half pound of it. Matt, how many people is he cooking for? Just one plus whoever's tied to it.
We have some croutons, which were free.
Wait! What did he just say?
We have some croutons, which were free.
Croutons? Croutons. Croutons? Crouton. Why does it sound wrong? Does it sound wrong to you? It sounds wrong to me, but it's like subtle. There's something in the pronunciation of that second syllable.
Free.
Stop looking at me like that. It's free. Like, got
We
mad.
got some real bacon pieces, 100% bacon pieces, value sized.
I like
from
those.
Heb. How did I get free croutons? They were part of a coupon. I don't know. It clipped for me automatically.
Are you a woman? Like you're clipping coupons? What is going on? What is happening? I hate coupons. Do you guys do coupons? Like no shame to people who do. I just don't. I cannot do it. They fucking drive me. They always have driven me crazy. It's like, oh, there's a coupon for that. My mom would say, like, there's a coupon if you're going to shut up. I don't want a coupon. I want to go buy something. Don't tell me I need a discount.
I got some free coupons.
He got some free coupons. Oh, thank God. So most people have to pay for those fuckers.
Let's see. We got some ranch dressing packets.
Oh, why? Ew.
Got some more bacon. Another thing of bacon. We got lots of bacon. We can throw in there. No shortage of bacon. That's important. Gotta have the bacon.
I prefer the crumbled real bacon to bacon bits. But what's better is just making crispy bacon and crumbling it up yourself. Like you get some thin sliced bacon if you're making bacon bits. Because it'll cook really fast. It'll crisp up. If you don't burn it. Oh, excuse me. And then you just crumple it like you get it cooked well. You crumple it up and you have deliciousness. But in the alternative, I do like those little bags of real bacon pieces. It's way better than bacon bits. Good for salads and stuff. Why is more than one bag? Now I'm confused. Like how much of this are you going to use? Because you could have just bought bacon.
And then I've got like 3, I think I ordered 4 of them. But I got 3 things of Red Bull, which are not going to be drunk tonight. But, you know, you got to have that for future. So these are peach.
No,
flavor.
you don't. 3 things of Red Bull. Red Bull peach. That's the only way you can make me like Red Bull less.
Peach flavored Red Bull. They didn't have blueberry, which is my favorite. But, you know, I they didn't have blueberry, so I went with peach.
Didn't have it.
Okay.
Don't forget the heavy cream. Moving now.
Now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to make half. We're going to make half because my copper cooker isn't that big, and I think it's going to be more than big enough at half. So we'll make half, and then we'll make half another time. Because I don't think all that chicken stuff is going to fit in my pot. All right, so now we have to empty the dishwasher. Because that's where my Instapot thing is. We're going to be using the Instapot, which is fresh from the dishwasher, just cleaned. That needs to be rewashed. That needs to be washed. I'll do that by hand. Sometimes these nutrition bottles, like for the gym, they don't really clean out that well in the dishwasher.
Who's Jim?
Yeah, that needs a hand wash.
He smells. He's like, oh, that needs a hand wash. No, I know what you're saying.
I usually use those for breakfast. Usually I put like 12 ounces of coffee or 16 ounces of coffee in this with some protein powder, some butter for breakfast. It's a really good breakfast.
Guys, his breakfast is 16 ounces of coffee, some protein powder, and some butter. Holy shit. Why are you putting butter in there? What the fuck are you doing? This man needs to be studied. We need a team. We need a dedicated team to figure out what is going on.
It's like 500 calories by the time no, it's a little bit more than that. It's like 600 calories, and it's basically all fat and protein, which is nice.
You don't need fat and protein, Kurt. You just, like, protein alone is fine. I think you have the fat part covered. Why are you drinking a stick of butter? Oh my God.
Pizza pan.
I'm just gonna have some coffee with
Yeah. So I need some refrigerator art? Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe.
You know, like he is jazzed up. Is he on Adderall or something? Like, what is he doing? I do not think that Kurt is a drug user in any way. Suggesting a prescription, like the way he's moving and talking is very different from what I've noticed. You know, how he normally talks. He's like excitable in this.
Maybe I do. I don't have any refrigerator art right now. I'll wash these lids again too. I'll put these in the sink to wash them.
Why did you bother washing anything in the first place?
I have bottle brushes
all
and
of it
stuff
again.
so I can wash them. You know, this one, look at how dirty this is. That came out of the dishwasher. I mean, unbelievable.
Crab chicken. You sure?
Sometimes those bottles don't clean up real well.
I mean, I'm not always healthy. I'll pound down an entire box of mac and cheese. Good. But I don't drink coffee, and if I did, I wouldn't put butter in it.
Spatulas need to be rewashed.
I mean, wouldn't you just use heavy cream? Am I insane? Cream and butter are basically the same thing. Butter is just cream with salt and churning. But it's the same fucking thing. The fat content is the milk fat content is really comparable. They're actually kind of interchangeable in cooking. Cream provides some different properties when you know, like you can fry eggs in cream instead of in butter. You can do that. Or you can scramble them in cream instead of butter. And the milk solids, you know, they get a Maillard reaction. It adds a particular flavor similar to like a brown butter or whatever. Like you can do that. So why not just use cream in your coffee instead of butter? Like, why is it butter? When you fry in mayo versus butter, you can do that on a grilled cheese. You can put mayo on the outside. I prefer butter. I don't usually fry in mayo. I like mayo on sandwiches, man. Like on a cold sandwich, I like mayo, or a hot sandwich. I like mayo, you know, on particularly on toasted bread is great. You can like use mayo as your frying agent for a grilled cheese. What's up, Mr. Ethan Van Sciver? How you doing, brother? We're watching Kurt cook, man. It is something magical every time.
I'll watch that one too. Just watch them all. It won't take that long.
Butter has more. I think butter has.
We got our knife collection here.
Heavy cream is fucking 40% fat. Butter and coffee is a function thing, not flavor. Wouldn't cream do the same thing? Like, what is it about butter that makes it specifically beneficial? Maybe the science that I don't understand.
All right, now
Butter is
we're ready to start doing some stuff.
cream that you have creamed.
So I'll give you a little tour of my kitchen, I guess. It's a little bit, show you what some of the stuff I got going on is, okay? So this is my kitchen. There's my block of knives there. They're mirror.
Yeah, Leroy, heavy whipping cream is 30, it's like 33 to 35% fat, and then heavy cream is typically 40% fat. And this is what you make butter. Like if you want to make butter, you just take heavy cream, you can put it in a fucking cup and just or like a, Tupperware that seals, and just shake it and you'll eventually have butter. If you add salt to it, you have salted butter. It's really a simple process. So this idea that I just don't see why you would put butter in coffee instead of cream. It's very weird.
Miracle Blade, they work okay. There's my one I'm drinking. Sports bottle, I've got a NutriBullet blender. That thing is for juice. My coffee maker there, that's what I use for coffee, is that Mr. Coffee Maker. It makes like 16 ounces of coffee. It's exactly what I need in my life. It's great. I've had it for years. I love it. Some measuring spoons here. My Instapot popcorn maker, which I actually don't use that often. Some stuff for White Russians there. Some salt and pepper. And then my oven. Got some pans. This cutting board obviously needs to be cleaned if I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
The George Foreman grill, some pans, and then some. This is my breakfast stuff. So I put a scoop of protein in there, some scoop of this amazing green powder in there to get some greens in my life. A little bit of heavy cream powder. That really works out well. And I got some tequila stuff back here. So that's all the stuff in my kitchen. Very exciting. I'll keep trying to look at the screen once in a while to keep questions if you have questions.
Yes.
So
he is
keep trying to
man.
Look to see if there are
He's like,
questions
let's fucking go. We're making this chicken.
Anyone know what we're cooking? Yes, we're cooking cracked chicken. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we need to. Here's our bowl. Just out of the thing. We need to wash our hands.
Whoa, this is unique. Holy shit, guys, did you notice he's washing his hands? This never happens in any other Cooking with Kurt video. Not that I've seen.
All right.
My cat typed this.
So now we're going to, so as I said, we have,
right, except for unsalted butter. No, I
good.
prefer
That's
salted
really
butter.
good.
I like it.
We have 5.5 pounds of boneless breast, chicken breast. That looks really, really nice. So I think we're going to cook half of that. So there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hate it when they're odd. We'll cut one in half, I guess.
Cut one.
And then we'll put the rest in a Ziploc bag.
My spirit to yours says it's called bulletproof coffee, which is a keto diet trend. Butter's fat digests more slowly than cream's dairy sugars, giving you long-lasting energy without a blood sugar spike. Butter's fat is just cream's fat. Well, I don't get this. What the hell? Like, why are the keto people retarded? What chemical change occurs in the fat content of cream when it becomes butter? You're just shaking it. You're basically you're emulsifying the fat with the liquids, and that's what you're getting is now a solid shape because of it, basically emulsification. What the fuck are we talking about? Butter's fat releases more slowly than cream's fat. No, it's the same fat. It's not different. There's no cooking process. There's no chemical change. There's no energy. Nothing happens. I don't buy this at all. Now I'm pissed. I'm getting fucking mad. No glorious soup yet, Nick. Kelly, this happened before he made soup, so it's probably before the song "Soup Time is a Glorious Time."
So we have some nice gallon bags.
Yeah, sorry. Kurt's video is compressing the audio when I speak. Yeah, thanks StreamYard. Still can't figure this out.
Bags we got. We'll use those. Package the rest of our chicken. Yeah. Use a little knife here to open this packaging up.
Guys, I'm going to try something. Tell me if you can still hear Kurt's video when I hit play. Okay, could you hear that? There was just like 3 little sounds of him ripping open the plastic. Could you still hear that? Nope. Okay, never mind. That's fine. Thank you guys very, very much. I wanted to make sure it wasn't doubling up audio like I had it doubling up audio for a while. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Chicken, man. It looks so good.
No, it doesn't. It looks like
that's beautiful looking, man.
What is he talking about?
All right, so now we'll take this knife, which we just used for the wrapper, so it's safe to use because we just used it for this, so we can use it for the chicken, and we'll cut that 1 in half.
What do you need your knife to be safe to use for the chicken? We just used the knife for the wrapper, so it's safe for the chicken. Actually, let's talk about that for a second. The wrapper is on the chicken to prevent external contaminants from touching the chicken, like dust or spit or hair or your sweat or your dandruff. So when you use a knife and you cut into the package that has been guarding the chicken from external contaminants, you're actually exposing the knife to those same external contaminants, presumably, which are covering this plastic sheath that it's in. So now you're like, okay, now that I've used this knife to do this, now it's safe to use on the chicken. You didn't need, like, I don't know what knife is unsafe to use on chicken. That's a mystery to me in the first place. The chicken is typically the contaminant, but you've now actually taken external contaminants that have been on the outside of the package and put them into not a big deal. It's not going to hurt you, but it's kind of a weird thing to say. It's like, oh, well, now we used the knife for this. Under no world was this necessary at all. And it actually technically is adding contamination to your chicken. It's just so negligible. So you stream about the guy who used to be your friend about chicken? Yes. Why is it so hard? Guys, why is it so hard to understand? I don't get it. This is my favorite thing to watch on YouTube it's not even close. There is no comparison. There is nothing I want to watch more. I want Kurt to cook everything in existence. And people consistently, why are you watching this? It's the greatest show on YouTube. There's nothing else, or Rumble, as it were in this case, but some of the cooking videos are on YouTube. There's nothing that I could possibly be more entertained and infuriated and impassioned with. This triggers every single emotional response that I have at the deepest core levels. I want to watch it all the time. You guys have no idea how hard it is to restrain myself and wait to start watching these videos.
It's okay to touch the chicken just as long as we wash our hands when we're done. Great. Put that there. Now we'll put the chicken into the pot.
Wait, he's just putting raw chicken into the pot?
Mm-hmm. That looks very nice.
No, it doesn't. It's just chicken. It doesn't look what are you fucking talking about? You didn't wash your hands?
It's all fixed in the crock. Cook it all now and portion freeze it.
Dry cloth.
That's a good idea. The question is, can I do that? As a practical matter.
Oh, that's peak masculinity. He just picked up a dry cloth and wiped the chicken, the salmonella laced chicken water off of his hands. Just like, oh no, this is like washing. That's not washing your hands at all. It's horrifying.
Yes, I think I can.
Oh God.
Okay. But what I'm going to do now the chicken, there's probably enough salt in this. Let's see how much salt is in here.
It's under sodium.
Is there any salt in here? Says it is second most ingredient. Sodium. So there's salt in here, salt in here.
Could he not find it on the ranch packet? How much sodium was in there? It would have been written right on the nutrition label. He's looking at the ingredient list. Like, there's a nutrition label on the ranch packet. What the fuck?
The bacon has salt. So we probably don't need any more salt.
His little like temporary salt shaker, you know, the one you find at like a Waffle House or whatever. Look at him pondering salt right now. We probably have enough salt because the bacon's gonna have salt. Looks at the cream cheese, says the bacon's gonna have salt. Well, yes, bacon is salty because salt is part of the curing process. Your cream cheese has some salt. Your shredded cheese has some salt. Is it sufficient? Probably not. Put salt on your fucking chicken, you degenerate.
But we will put a little bit of MSG in there because MSG kicks ass. So accent.
Someone's been watching Uncle Roger videos. Salty C says, I remember he wiped his ass with ointment online. Thank God he's not doing it in this segment yet.
Accent, food flavoring is just MSG. So we'll just put a little bit of that in there, not too much.
Do you have any idea how much you just put in there?
MSG gets a bad rap, man.
No, MSG doesn't get a bad rap. No one's talked about MSG since 1996 or whatever. Uncle Roger talks about it now because it's used in fucking everything, every piece of Asian cooking ever. And the MSG's, yeah, it's pretty interesting. But like, let's not talk about people bad mouthing MSG all the time these days. That doesn't happen anymore.
All right. So far, so good. Now we'll put in the ranch, packet of ranch flavor.
There's a nutrition label. Why
Make
couldn't
sure
you
to cook
find
the
it?
chicken as well as we can. Let me take this out, actually, so I can get it a little bit more evenly on there.
Just don't get it. Soup time. It's glorious time.
Take the ranch packet, spread it on. Feels like a lot of ranch. I mean, how much ranch am I really going to put on this thing? Am I really going to put 2 packets on this thing?
Why are you putting any packets of ranch on chicken? What the fuck is wrong with you? What is this? Powdered ranch salad seasoning? You're just dumping that on chicken? Some sort of barbarian? God damn it. Bulldozer74 says, what's up, Nose Pope? I hit 1,000 followers today, y'all. Freaking stoked. Pretty grateful and stuff. That's awesome, dude. Keep going. Keep going. Kick it into gear.
Feels like a lot.
Yeah, Annie's a lot.
Put some black pepper in there.
Did he cut up?
You gotta put black pepper in your life.
I think he chopped him in half.
Okay. Now,
I just can't wait for this.
it feels like a lot of
going
ranch.
under
Maybe it's supposed to be a lot of ranch.
manted.
It just feels like a lot. I'll probably get reduced down now when I get mixed with other things. So maybe I should just put 2 packets.
The ranch powder is not going to get reduced down. It's a powder. It's a reduced to the maximum possible extent. It has been reduced into a solid and ground into dust. It's probably going to get reduced. Nope, it's not. It's not going to get reduced. What the fuck is happening? Why don't you know any of this? How do you not understand anything that's happening on in your kitchen?
Feels like a lot.
He's like, it feels like a lot. Have you made this before? Do you know what you're doing at all? Like, what is this? I'm not getting a recipe. Like, I'm getting some ranch goes on there. How much? He's like, I'm using some of the chicken, not all of it. Well, how much? How much chicken? How much ranch? How much MSG? Some. That's fine. But you are like, at the end of the day, there's a cooking video, so you should say something about it. Like, give us an idea.
This feels like a lot. Well, it's too late for the no MSG thing.
Yeah, you dumped a bunch on there. Sauce Met says episode 3, guy who ingested sus things with his wife is making fun of a guy for cooking food with salt. No, I'm not making fun of him for cooking food with salt. I'm saying he probably needs more. I'm making fun of him because he's looking at a fucking nutrition label and he can't find sodium on it. Like, what are you talking about? You should try ingesting some questionable things. way less bitchy about it.
It's a lot of ranch. Yeah, what the hell?
Oh my God, Nick, this is the same problem you have with the toe. You aren't listening to what he is truly saying. He is telling you exactly how much proportions. I mean, he had 5.5 pounds of chicken, but I don't know how much chicken he put in because he didn't show us he didn't show us the thing. We saw him like moving his arm to cut the chicken in half is what he like cut some of the cutlets in half is what he said. And then he put some of them in there. What do I cook the best? I don't know. Like I'm a capable cook. I like it. It's a hobby of mine. It brings me peace and joy, and I like to eat the results. What do I cook the best? I don't know. I make really good steaks. I make great pork chops. I make any sort of grilled or pan seared meat. I can make really, really well. I make all different kinds of eggs. I can do them in bunches of different ways. I make pastas. I make soups. I make stews. I make gumbo. I make jambalaya. I fucking cook anything. Pretty much. Like I can figure it out.
I'll put about half of it in. I think I think 2 is too much.
Yeah, just 1.5 packets. That's fine. There should be no ranch on your chicken. I don't care. I know some people like chicken bacon ranch shit or whatever. You should not be putting ranch powder on your chicken under any circumstances. It should never happen. Ever. Just cook something else. Danny Crook says all those things are crock pot recipes. Wait, are you cooking steak and pork chops in a crock pot? What's wrong with you?
Save half of that for later for some reason. Okay. Now we'll put in the bacon. So we got our wonderful bacon pieces from our wonderful store, Heb, Texas grocery store, HEB. 100% bacon, real crumbled, value size.
Kurt polo necklines are a phenomenon that I do not understand. Like they're always Greek level open. His collars are always flat like fucking wings. He looks like the Wright brothers prototype here. Like, what is going on with that? And he wears these polo shirts all the time, and it's like, what? I don't get it. Because the shirts are obviously big enough for him, but why isn't the neck big enough for him?
Smells great. That is a shit ton of bacon, man. Lord. Can you have too much bacon? Is that possible?
Yes. You've had too much bacon. Look at your meat mitt hands. It is possible to have too much bacon. Absolutely. That's a shitload of bacon. You can find out exactly how much bacon you're adding if you just look at the front of the package and read the weight on it. You know how much chicken you have. You had 5.5 pounds of chicken. I think you said you were going to use about half. It says what, 2 3/4 pounds of chicken? Okay, so you got 2 3/4 pounds of chicken. Are you adding 2 pounds of bacon? Or are you adding 1 pound of bacon? Are those 8-ounce packages? Are they 16? Or are they 6-ounce packages? You know exactly how much is in there because you could just do that. And then with simple math, you can find the ratio of bacon to chicken that you're going for, and you can accomplish these things relatively easy.
Guess we're going to find out. So there we go. We got there's chicken under there somewhere.
It looks like cornflakes. So he's yet again the audacity of this man. He's just poured a bunch of cooked bacon flakes into the pressure cooker with his chicken. And right now, all that he's got in there, as far as I remember, is chicken, ranch packets, MSG, and a shitload of bacon. He hasn't seared the chicken. He's not going to saute it. He's not going to. I mean, I guess he's going to add some liquid. He's going to add wine. We know he's going to add wine because he said that's always fun to do. But what is this? Like, what is this supposed to be?
Somewhere. There's chicken under there with some ranch. And then we got a whole shit ton of bacon on there. A lot of bacon. Yeah, that's a lot of bacon. That is a lot of bacon, friends. Okay, then Philadelphia cream cheese, which is probably the most important part of this experiment.
Experiment.
You always have to go with Philadelphia brand cream cheese, I think.
Is he making this up? Is he going to? Is my man about to put 2 blocks of Philly cream cheese in there?
Add garlic. I think I do have some garlic. I do have a bit of garlic. Yeah.
That's not garlic. It's garlic powder. It's different. Oh, it's all dried and crusty. Don't use it. No, if you have to stick your knife down and break up your garlic powder, don't put it in your food. This is fucking disgusting.
I don't have any fresh garlic, so this.
No kidding. I don't have any fresh garlic. What I do have, though, is garlic powder that is so stuck together, I can mold it to the shape of cloves and throw it into whatever. Oh, God. It's like, I remember someone's like, add garlic. Someone on the chat was like, add garlic. And he's like, yes, actually. You know what? I do have garlic. To break. He's just gonna pour that disgusting solid mass of garlic powder into his dish that he wasn't going to do before. He's just going to do. He's like, yeah, that's great.
This will have to do.
Sounds like a dying camel.
I see some criticism of my ingredient choices in the chat.
Yes.
Now, cream cheese does come in this. This is absolutely the way cream cheese.
And so do I. Fucking damn it. Cream cheese does come in this. Yes, it's in fact the way cream cheese arrives. I don't want to say cream cheese comes anymore. I'm weirded out, and I'm a gross person. This is how you get cream cheese. It's in that packaging. That's just how the cream cheese does in fact come this way. Like, yeah, we know. That's how you buy cream cheese. Buying it in any other way is the wrong way, or like some alternative aberrant cream cheese abomination. Like this cream cheese, yes, it just comes in those foil wrappings.
Cheese comes, and if you don't like that, I don't know, you're just wrong. This is definitely how cream cheese comes.
Don't know how to open cream cheese packages. All you do, you take the two, you lift up the sort of the spine thing, and you just peel them apart. They're easy open. This isn't hard, but it's like fingers don't open. The lens glare is brutal on this. Kelliam says, Nick, why in the world did you advise Kurt to wear light colored shirts? Because I hate seeing that halo of dandruff. It's so icky. He's not supposed to be standing up and walking around. He's supposed to be sitting facing a camera. And I told him to get like a light tan leather vest or something like that to put over, play up the Texas thing, since he was wearing the big giant Texas cowboy hat and stuff. Like I thought, like, okay, bolo tie, do that. No more dark colored shirts. I don't want to see the fucking dandruff ring. Look at the waddle. The waddle shake down here. Wow, gross. But the moves, do you think his man tits are not going to show up in a dark shirt? They will. They'll still be there. Those things are massive. This is a calamitous pair of man tits. Dark shirts aren't going to hide it. There's nothing. There's no way he could stop it. He'd have to get it like bound. You'd have to duct tape him down. Oh, you know how much of the damn
one brick of cream cheese.
No, don't do count. You can't do the count. Don't do that to us. We get to see now. We get to see him cook. Holy shit! Finally, he figured it out. Oh, I could just point the camera at what I'm doing. That would be neat.
The powder on the counter is just there just now. It wasn't there at the start of this exercise, I assure you.
What is it? What is the powder on the counter? He's got two possibilities. He either spilled the ranch powder everywhere, or that's just a shitload of MSG that he somehow spilled all over the fucking counter. What is the powder from, Kurt? All you did was open a ranch packet and pour it inside an Instapot, and you put it in before the bacon, so you had inches of space, like you could fit the whole packet in there. Same with the MSG thing. What is the powder? That looks like my countertops.
I have problems with the shaker. It happens.
No, it doesn't.
Two things of cream cheese.
Oh. Flightless says the full line was 2 gallons ago, bro. Those have a max fill line, and they are not the top brim of the pressure cooker. What is he doing? Smet says, I'm about to pay to unsub. Adios. I will watch Kurt cooking videos until I die. And when he runs out of cooking videos, I'm going to watch Kurt gaming videos. I'm going to watch anything Kurt does where he's not doing his regular content, because there's something magic hidden in every single one of them. And the minutes on the way are so fucking funny. Two.
Okay.
I got the 2-pack. The amount of chicken you need to require 2 bricks of cream cheese is pretty fucking astronomical.
Okay. And throw this away, Make sure to clean up after ourselves.
I draw the line at Kurt JOI videos. You will watch them with me. You will. I'm going to look for you. It'll be members only. I'll be looking for you in the chat the whole time. Look at it. Just look.
Get rid of all those wrappers and everything, so we're good.
I love cream cheese. This makes me
garlic powder, get some new one when I get the chance.
This makes me not want anything to do with it.
Okay.
I'm not
so
calling
now,
cream cheese back.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this whole big thing and put it in this thing, our Instapot, which solves all of our...
Look at all that powder. It just looks like a good time to me. But to the trained eye, you know that's just MSG that he spilled everywhere. Somehow he did that. This isn't important, but it's just like, how did you even manage that? We saw him shaking that MSG in the forever. And it's like, but how did you shake it all out of the pot and on the counter? He also has pepper in there. I forgot he had black pepper in there. But his ingredients, so he's got chicken. He just put some MSG, doused it with ranch, 1.5 packets of dried ranch seasoning, bacon bits, crusted garlic powder, and then 2 things of cream cheese. He's going to add cheese to it, I guess, when it's done, maybe. That's it. That's the whole recipe. That's all he's doing. There's no salt in there because he determined that there's salt in the bacon.
Our cooking related problems. And then of course we need some sort of liquid to create the pressure. So again, we'll be using our wine. We'll put a cup of that in there. 1 cup white wine. Fantastic. That will help a lot with the flavor and everything.
The white wine isn't going to come up with the flavor. What are you doing? You're not reducing it.
Which is over here. Okay. What a mess I made with That was the ranch. What a mess I made with all that ranch.
Oh, that was the ranch. So that wasn't the MSG. He said he had a problem with the shaker. He lied to us. He lied to me. He said he had a problem with the shaker. I heard it when he was talking about the powder. But now he's like, no, that's the ranch. So how much ranch did you put in there? Because he had 1.5 packets, but we see that half a packet's sitting on the fucking counter. Yeah, Flightless says you don't reduce in an Instapot. That's the whole point, my dude. Yeah, and you should not be just drinking white wine broth. White wine should be reduced. It concentrates the flavor. It increases the sweetness. Like that's.
Okay, so let's see. We got poultry, I guess.
What's up,
We
Andy?
want high pressure. And I think 30 minutes should be fine.
You think 30 minutes should be
Great.
fine? Perfect. Hey, what's up, AJ? How you doing? Thanks. It's good to be back. One person in the chat doesn't like cooking with Kurt, which is why I'm doing it. Sauce Mets, we did the South Park and Paramount lawsuit thing first. Is the first thing we did, and then we did news talk. We covered a couple different stories, and it was an hour and 45 minutes before we did the Cooking with Kurt stuff. Calm down. The funny thing is, if he used like water on his paper towel to clean up the ranch powder, he'd be just making ranch dressing and then smearing it all over the counter as he's trying to clean it up. Like that's what would be going on. It's so fucking great. Finding out people live like this is so amazing. It's like there's a person who really does this. Like this is their day. This is Kurt's dinner. It's like this is how he does it. This is not unique. This is not a special project. This is how Kurt cooks. We know it because it's every recipe is the same. Why so concerned? Because you're making a bad point? No, because I like talking to people. Get over yourself.
Okay, so in about a half hour, give or take, that should be ready to eat. That should be good. So we've finished cooking with Kurt. We're cooking with
Why are you talking to me, streamer? I like to talk to people, man. I talk to everybody I can think of. If someone says something, then I'm going to talk to it. Doesn't mean your point's valid or invalid or anything else. I like you. I like to talk to you. Why are you so mad? You're sitting here all grumpy. Laugh with us. Stop being a bitch.
civil. So yeah, we have everything in the Instapot for high pressure. Lid is on. Got it in there for half hour after it reaches minimum pressure, so that'll take a little while to reach pressure. But we got everything in there.
Oh, I can't wait. He's going to talk to us.
The alcohol's going to evaporate. I know the alcohol's going to evaporate, and I mean not immediately because
The alcohol's not going to evaporate. It's going to just stay in there. A pressure cooker keeps all of everything in there. It doesn't have anywhere to evaporate to. It's got to get out. When you cook down alcohol, it's open. And so the alcohol, which has a lower vapor point than the liquid, goes out, or than the other liquid in there goes out. The alcohol goes away. It cooks off. It can't do that in an Instapot. I mean, it does, but it's just going to go up to the top of the Instapot and then just dump back down into the liquid. And I guess if he manually releases the steam, maybe, but there's no way to know. EDW Raptor gifted a membership. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that.
It's a contained unit. It's a pressure cooker. There's nowhere for the alcohol to go to.
Oh yeah, thank you.
But yes, it will evaporate. But I'm using it as liquid.
Well, he just said there's nowhere for the alcohol to go to, but yes, it will evaporate. It won't. There's nowhere for it to go to. Art the Clown says, is that a sword and a donkey?
I'm using it as it needs a liquid in order to create the pressure. So
Sauce yeah, pressure cookers have a steam valve. Sure. Is he going to manually release it though? Or is he not? Because you don't always do that with a pressure cooker. I rarely manually release it. It depends on what I'm cooking. I don't use pressure cookers for much. But what are we doing here? Why are we doing this? Take it from a woman who, I'm a man who has a pressure cooker. I believe me, I know how the gadget works. I also know how the physics of it work and the chemistry of it.
White wine. Yeah, it'll be fine.
That's 2 glasses of white wine that we've seen.
Do I have an air fryer or not yet? But apparently there's an attachment I can get for this to make it an air fryer, which is very tempting.
An attachment?
Now I need to put this down. I need to wash my hands again because I've had the raw chicken. So I need to wash my hands.
You don't have to. I belong in the kitchen. I would know. Yeah, what are you doing watching this live stream? You better be in your fucking kitchen. He's washing his hands again. I'm proud of him. Steve, I don't know what the air fryer attachment for an Instapot is. I've never seen one of those. We'll have to have Sauce Mets. So, is there an air fryer attachment for your Instapot? Do you have one of those? You have one? I don't believe you. Now you're just pulling my fucking teeth. Crow Minion, correct. Glass dish in the oven is this meal's natural habitat. Actually, a garbage can is this meal's natural habitat. You should not be dumping ranch powder on chicken. Do something better.
Okay. So.
Talk to me, Kurt. Look at me.
Yeah.
I want him to do that look. Wait. And then read some random chat and you're like, this is the chat. Okay. I want to know what else. I want to know what chat messages he doesn't respond to. Don't you? Which one did he not answer? It's got to be amazing.
So that's cracked chicken. So for those of you who have tuned in later, didn't see the recipe, the wine glass will be fine. For those of you who didn't tune in or want the recipe, here the recipe is chicken breast, chicken breast, ranch packet, powder, bacon, cream cheese. We put some MSG in there, and we also put some wine in to help with the pressure. And then
Pepper and
in
garlic.
30 minutes or so, we'll go check it out and we'll cut it up.
Black pepper that you ground for and garlic powder.
We'll add in we'll cut it up, slice it up, and then we'll add in you like this dragon? Yeah, I'm out of breath. I am out of breath. Yes, this dragon was made for me custom.
He's told this story. He tells the story on a different stream, but yes, I am out of breath. Why are you out of breath? Guys, he washed his hands and walked 15 feet to a chair. Why is he out of breath?
It's one of a kind. I'm glad you like it. It was made for me by...
It's not one of a kind. What the fuck, you liar? It's two of a kind. You said he sold it. You watched him sell it. You couldn't buy it at the time. And then you found him and looked him up years later. And you asked if he could remake it. And he did. Don't tell me it's one of a kind. That's not true. That's not true. Isn't it true, counselor? Isn't it true that this is actually a duplicate of another painting?
A guy in Ohio. But yeah, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. All right, so how am I going to do this? How many cloves of garlic? It doesn't call for any garlic. I added in some powdered garlic, but didn't call for any in the recipe. So, but it's very keto friendly because it's all fat and protein, right? There's no carbohydrate in there really, so it's all.
The ranch packet has to have carbs in it, right? Ranch seasoning packet, nutrition info. Total carbohydrates. Oh, just 2 grams. 2 grams of it for the whole packet. So not a ton of carbs, but there are carbs in there. Let's not pretend that there aren't. What are we talking about here? Maddie B says, how much for the Joker poster? It's not a poster. It's a painting. And a lot.
Yeah, it is a wicked cool dragon.
I can't imagine the price.
That was made for me custom by a guy in Ohio. I did not stuff the chicken, no. And we put a shit ton of garlic in there. We put 2 value packs of crumbled bacon in there. We have a shit ton of bacon. Yeah, we shred it when it's cooking. That's why I said. Yeah, we shred it.
2 value packs of bacon. Hold on. HEB value pack crumbled bacon. All right, hold on. I'm looking at how much. There's only 2.5 ounces of bacon. No, that looks too small. Oh, here's I think this is a value pack. Value size 10 ounces. So he's got 20 ounces of bacon in there. Okay. Fucking kidding me. Just for a second. Look at this shit. Servings per container, about 40. Holy fuck. It's 80 grams of protein per. That's one bag. There's 2 of these fucking things. And there's 80 servings of bacon bits. I mean, it's small servings, right? But it's 80 of these. So we go 30 times 80. It's 2,400 calories of bacon. There's 80 grams of saturated fat, which is 400% of your daily value. 160 grams of protein. Holy fuck. 8,000 grams of sodium. Oh my God. Cholesterol. All of it. Again, 400 milligrams of cholesterol, which comes out to just 160% of your daily value. Jesus Christ. We got 2 of those value bags. Like, whoa. Someone in Kurt's chat asked him about his defective motion in Hamlin versus Martin County, Texas. Kurt said the judge was wrong, and he was right. How'd that work out for him?
In about a half hour or so, when it's cooked, we'll shred it up, add in the cheese, and it'll be good to go. I think I said that, or meant to say that, one of those things. But yeah.
You stopped before you said cheese.
I wonder if I can get the non-reverse shot on this thing. Hold on. Yeah, that's my dragon. Give you a better view of it.
I like I really genuinely like how much he likes this dragon painting. You can tell like he really this is a prized possession for him. When he talks about it, he cares. Like, that's so cool. I'm not even joking. One of the things that I really like learning about people is what drives them and what inspires them, motivates them, what they prize, what they hold on to. What do they care about? So many people, in so much of our lives, we go through doing shit that we don't fucking care about because you have to, whatever. It's like, no, I want to know what gets people going, right? Like this painting is one of the things that, not in a literal sense, but it gets Kurt up and going in the day. Like, this is a thing that he's like, yeah, that's mine. That's awesome. I love that. I think it's cool.
Yeah, that was made for me, custom. That's an original. Yeah, that's an original. That was made for me, custom. It's technically 2 of a kind, I guess. But yeah, that's.
The truth comes out. Were you lying then or lying now, counselor?
And it glows at night. I wonder if I can get it dark in here to show you. But the luminescence isn't too bad. But hold on, let me see if I can get dark enough in here to show you. See if it picks up on camera at all.
This is Blair Witch Project Home Edition. We lost the map.
See if I can get it to show up. Thank you for this super chat for $100. Whoever gave me that. I don't know if it's going to show up. I can see it. Let's see if you can see it. I don't know if this photo is sensitive enough. Yeah, it's not sensitive enough to pick it up on this camera. But the eyes glow a little bit and the moon glows. Yeah, it's. See if maybe I turn off this computer monitor, get rid of that glow. See if that helps.
You got that glow. Your power shows when you got that glow. Winston.
See if I can turn off every light source in the damn house.
Winston Smith says that's a lot of food for a single man. You never know how many other people are off camera in a Kurt video.
Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
Sharon Young, wait, someone super chatted $100 for the stream? Not for this one, but for Kurt's, yeah.
I don't know if any of that's coming through at all. But it's about as good as it's gonna get, I guess. Yeah, not coming through. Yeah. It's very, very faint in person. I'm not surprised it's not coming through. But I'll tell you the story behind that. It's actually a pretty interesting story.
Yes, tell me all about it.
So I'll tell you the story behind it in daylight, or as it is. So here's the story behind this. I went to a D&D convention in Ohio. I think it was Columbus, Ohio. I believe I was in law school at the time. I forget the name of the convention, but I went to this D&D kind of gaming convention thing, and they had a silent auction, and there were a whole bunch of items up at this silent auction, and one of them was this painting, and the artist painted it live during the event. So, it was a blank canvas. It was a blank canvas, on Friday or whatever it is. And then when, the auction ended on Sunday or something, it was finished.
Sasmets, go back to cooking or the law instead of making fun of the guy who looked up to you. Why? He was content to make fun of me. So why shouldn't I make fun of him? I also I really enjoy his cooking videos. I mean, I think he's a disaster of a cook, but I don't laugh at anything like I laugh at this. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
And I bid on it, and I lost the auction. But I had that painting in my head for years. I don't know why, but I really, really liked it. I really, really liked the painting. Had it in my head for years. So fast forward 8 years later or something. I remember the name of the convention. I was able to figure out the name of the convention by going through my emails or whatever, figure out the name of the convention. Contacted the original organizers, say, hey, do you happen to know at this auction who this guy was? They looked in their records from 8 years ago and they happened to have the name of it. So I contacted the artist. I'm like, hey, by the way, do you remember that you painted this dragon at this convention 8 years ago? I'd really like to have it. And he's like, well, the original's in my house with my friend. It's like, can I buy it? And it's like, he probably won't sell it. I was like, but I could make you another one. And I'm like, okay. So basically, he repainted it for me. And I can't swear that it's identical because, obviously his technique had improved in the subsequent 8 years. So his technique had improved. But he repainted me that painting, and so now it's 2 of 2. So it's 2 of 2. There are 2 originals now. So that's the history. Merry Christmas, Kurt. Buy yourself a lid. Well, thank you, Ricardo. It's very, very nice of you. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's the history of that painting. It stuck with me. It stuck with me for 8 years. And I'll tell you something else about. I'll tell you something else about this. And I want to begin this story by saying I love my mother very, very much. But my mother is interesting in some ways, and I love her. But when I was moving from Virginia to Texas, she wanted to help, which was both helpful and it was a really great experience, actually. My mom helped me move from Virginia to Texas, and she drove with me, and it was actually a really great experience. It was one of the better bonding experiences between me and my mother in my life. So it was really, really positive in that respect. And I love her very much. But when she saw this on my wall, she said it was kind of juvenile. She said it wasn't worthy of an attorney, and so forth and so on. And I'm like, there are 2 items, and she's also said this about a gift she gave me. I'll show you the.
That was wild. Kurt's parents are an interesting subject. That was wild. His mom says that the dragon painting is juvenile and not worthy of an attorney. Holy shit. That's one. Why are you criticizing your adult son? Fuck off. Winston Smith says that is a cool painting. I agree. I think it's a cool painting too. And I don't think in any way it's unworthy of an attorney, the vaunted profession of the most scummy people on earth. Fantastic. That's fascinating. Why would she have anything to any any belief that she should criticize what's on his wall in the first place. Like he did the work. He became an attorney. You know, does what he does. He had a job at the patent office for a long time. Decided to do something different. His life circumstances changed. You leave him the fuck alone. That's crazy. Second of all, it's just wrong. Lawyers are just entirely juvenile all the time. Like, I know they put on a good front, but they're just people. Like, they get to like the same things everybody else does. What a weird thing.
The gift she gave me, actually, she made it for me by hand. I'll show you the other item that I'm going to compare it to that I really, really like. Okay, so there's this, hold on. Turn around, camera. There's this tiger, which sits on my bookshelf, okay? This tiger here.
Okay.
My mom painted that for me and gave it to me as a Christmas gift. My mom gave that for me as a Christmas gift. And over the years, it's had some wear and tear. You know, you can see, like, the cracks. Its head came off at one point and had to be reglued. Its head came off in a move.
Came off?
And, like, it's had some other things where parts have come off. I think on the other side, there's actually, like, a small hole from a piece that I never quite found. But you can see, like, it's cracked all along its backside. See a huge crack where its head just completely came off. You see on this side where that hole is. That'll be fine. You see a hole, you know, from a piece that never.
What catastrophe just happened? That'll be fine. I don't believe you. I don't believe whatever happened would be fine. Billdozer74 says that when his mother mocked his objectively awesome painting, that is when he went Norman Bates. Oh man. Yeah. Jermaine, and it's a painting that clearly means so much to him. It's fucking heartbreaking. Like, what? Stop criticizing him. I don't want to call her a rude name, but like, that's being kind of bitchy. I won't say she's a bitch. I don't know her, but that's being bitchy, right? Like, fuck off. Let the man have his cool dragon painting. Leave him alone.
Never quite found. And anyway, so my mom painted that for me and gave it to me as a Christmas gift, I think when I was an undergrad. And
quit with the orchestrated hate, Nick. You know you miss Kurt. I miss Kurt zero. Kurt was someone that I consistently tried to make more tolerable for the people around him, myself included. Kurt is not the easiest person to be friends with, and I have literally zero missing of him. Yeah. So no, and I'm not. Why would I knock it off? Again, this is my favorite content to watch. There's nothing else I watch anywhere in which I laugh as hard and as like genuinely as while watching Kurt cook and talk to us. And I find these stories about his life fascinating. I don't want him. I don't want to be his friend anymore. I don't want anything bad to happen to him. I'm just laughing over here. Like fuck off. But I don't want anything bad to happen to him or anything like that. But watching and observing and learning about him from the outside is way more interesting than ever. Any time trying to learn from him, like interpersonally. I didn't learn anything about Kurt while being friends with him. After losing that friendship, he's much more interesting.
You know, I still have it, obviously, to this day. And she didn't like the fact I still had that, and she didn't like the fact I still had the painting. And she's like, you know, I can make you another one. I can make you another tiger. I'm like, but it's not the same. You know, the tiger has been with me. It's been through me and through these journeys. It's something I really like. It's something you made, something you gave me as a Christmas gift. I still have it all these years later. I really, really like it. You know, she's like, well, I'll paint you a new one. Now, at one point, she actually convinced me to dispose of the tiger, which I'm sad that she convinced me of. But, you know, so I put it by the rubbish bin outside, and I'm like, and 2 hours later, I'm like, no, we got to have it back. So I rescued it back from the trash bin, and it was still there. But My mom's like, this old piece of junk, it's just janky, it's cracked, it's been bruised. And with the dragon, she's like, this is childish, amateurish, it's not worthy of a lore. And I'm like, there's two things in my house that like I stubbornly refuse to get rid of. And those are the two things. My mom and I went through a whole lot of shit, and we threw out a whole crap ton of shit. It's amazing how much we threw out. It's amazing how much was left after we're done throwing out. But I'm like, there are two things that you can't convince me to get rid of. She got rid of my furniture. She got rid of all my furniture, got rid of my bed, got rid of my bed frame. We bought new stuff when we came to Texas, right? So she convinced me to get rid of a lot of stuff. I'm like, there's no way you're getting rid of that painting, and no way you're getting rid of that tiger statue.
Good job. Good job. Like what you like. You're a fucking grown up. What are we talking about? Like, why would you not do that? I'm glad he stood up for that.
She tried to talk me out of it for quite a long time. I'm like, no, it's not happening. So I love my mom very, very much, but there are limits.
There are limits,
I guess.
my love.
So that's a fun story. But yeah, that painting was in my head for years. That painting was in my head for years. And then I contacted the artist. He's like, I'll repaint it for you. He repainted it for me, so. Still on my wall, man. I love it very, very much. So, that's the history about it. Yeah, the line is drawn here, yeah. I was like, I'd get rid of my computer first. I'd get rid of just about anything. But I'm like, I got rid of a whole bunch of wine glasses. I got rid of my plates. I think I bought brand new plates, bought brand new silverware. Got rid of a whole ton of stuff. We made several trips to, Salvation Army or whatever. Got rid of a whole ton of crap. But yeah, that dragon painting is kind of special to me. So, you gotta have the dragon painting. So I don't know why. I mean I don't know why. I just like it. I just like the dragon painting. I like the way it looks. I like it's sort of.
Cause it's cool. Like it's a fucking cool painting. If you like dragons or whatever, it's awesome. That's why you like it. It's well composed. The dragon's interesting. It's like talons almost look like crow's feet or like a bird's feet, which is neat. They're less reptilian, I guess. I don't know. It's cool, man. It's got character. Its eyes are fucking illuminated. Even like you can see that from here, that the eyes stand out against the dark figure of the dragon. It's wrapped around the moon. Like it's a good painting. That's why you like it.
I like everything about it. I like the damn dragon painting. There are other like dragon paintings and stuff I like, but that one, I don't know. It speaks to me on a level. There are other paintings of other dragons and lots of stuff in comic books and some stuff that's Lovecraftian and some stuff that's like, but for whatever reason, I don't know, but for whatever reason, that particular dragon speaks to me, man. It speaks to me in my soul. I'm like, yeah, I'm allowed to like it. So yeah, I like it. What does it say?
How many glasses of wine are we now?
Well, it's a good question. What does it say? Well, let's see. I like it because, you got this dragon flying at night, cloaked in darkness, and he's looking down, talons, and he's got this look like he's looking at something, like he's surveilling something.
He's hunting.
And so you can look at it a couple different ways. I mean, maybe he's looking for a meal. Maybe he spotted something he's going to attack. I always thought maybe he's protecting something. He's looking at something he's trying to protect. So he's like a vigilant watchman.
Why would you be, no.
With talons ready.
Vigilant watchman isn't looking at the thing they're trying to protect. They're looking for things that are a threat to the thing they're trying to protect, which means you have to look away from it. It's very weird.
Ready to strike if he needs to. Just swooping down in air, looking over this thing that he's trying to protect. Or maybe he's just going about his dragon business, not really doing anything. It's just a moment catch in time. I don't know. Speaks to me. I like it. Yeah. So there's.
Talk to me about dating. That's all I want you to do.
It's like ominous. It's ominous, but you can't quite tell what its intention are. Wow. I see someone in chat wants to.
Because like the interesting thing about that is, with art and kind of the idea is that the artist has an idea of what the intentions are of the dragon. You would presume the artist is telling a story through this painting, but then the observer who's looking upon the painting is also like composing a story. So, and I think this is where like, and it I know there may be autistic people in the chat. There's nothing. I'm not speaking generally about autism here, but Kurt's particular brand of autism, I don't think he has the capacity or whatever to recognize that he's supposed to, like, he's in control of what the dragon is doing. Like, that's for him. That's his story. Like, the artist has the story, but he gets to look upon it and make it his own. And I don't think he knows how to do that. I don't think he understands like that. He gets to decide what the dragon is looking at, and it could change every single day. That's and he can derive meaning from that. That's what it's for.
The poo-poo all over my painting now. Images like that are not good for the mind. He was very disturbed. Well, yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, like the obsession with the occult thing. Like I don't know how many of you know this, but my alt, I'm also known by a different name. Like I'm my alternate account other than Uncivil, and sometimes on Discord, like my alternate name is Blackleaf. And
Okay,
that is a very old reference from D&D, or kind of D&D adjacent. Blackleaf was the name of a character in a Jack Chick track called, I think, Dangerous Dungeons. And the character, the whole thing is that the lead character, who's like a good Christian girl, gets swept up in Dungeons and Dragons. And it turns out, starting at level 2, you start to learn real magic, which I'm not sure how I missed that lesson because, I got well past level 2. But
I know you did. I know you got really far past level 2.
Apparently in level 2, you start learning real magic and you become actually infatuated with the cult and stuff. So she becomes infatuated with the cult. And anyway, so her character in D&D is called Blackleaf. And at some point in the story, Blackleaf dies, from a bad roll or something. Blackleaf dies. So she's like, no, you can't do this to me. And then like the other girl so there's two girls in this thing. This girl and this other girl, who I guess is our protagonist, who's also being swept along. And one day it comes to see the girl whose character was lost. And the girl whose character lost has hung herself in her bedroom and left a note behind. And the note behind, we could do this. Let's just do the Jack Chick track. We'll just do it together on the computer through my mobile phone. It's great. We'll do the whole reading of the Jack Chick track, and we'll do it together to show you how absurd this is. All right, hold on. All right, hold on. Dark Dungeons. Okay, by Jack Trick. Yeah, no, we're doing this thing. We're doing this thing. We're doing the thing. We're doing it. It's happening. Just deal. Okay? All right. Okay. Okay, wizard, cast your spell. Okay, dungeon master, my spell of light blinds the monster. The thief, Blackleaf, did not find the poison trap, and I declare her dead. No, not Blackleaf. No, I'm going to die. Don't make me quit the game. Please don't. Someone save me. You can't do this. Marcy, get out of here. You're dead. You don't exist anymore. We're off to a promising start. Debbie, your cleric has been raised to the 8th level. I think it's time you learn how to really cast spells. You mean you're going to teach me how to have the real power? Yes, you have the personality for it now. The intense occult training through D&D prepped Debbie to accept the invitation to enter the Witch's Coven. I brought Elfstar to become a priestess and a witch. Welcome, Elfstar. Now you become a priestess of the craft and of the Temple of Diana. As they stand over an occult symbol with the robes. I have to tell you, my D&D experience was not a lot like this, to be honest. Miss Frost, this is fantastic. This makes the game real. It's not a fantasy anymore. Last night I cast my first spell. This is real power. I knew you were ready by the way you played the game, but this is just the beginning. There's so much more. Which spell did you cast, Debbie? I used the spell Mind Bondage spell on my father. He's trying to stop me from playing D&D.
I used some mind bondage. Sas Smets, you're being really fucking weird right now. I didn't make fun of the dragon painting. I said it was fucking cool. I think it's awesome. I thought that Kurt's attachment to it is really endearing and interesting. I certainly didn't compare paintings. Like, that's a weird thing to do. They're completely different. And why are you doing this? Like, why are you just making shit up? It's so strange. Like, I don't get it. Like, you can just rewind the tape and listen to me praise the painting over and over. I'm not even making fun of Kurt. I want to make fun of Kurt right now. Like, I want him to say something. And I also thought it was admirable how he stood up to his mom. And I thought that story was actually really kind of horrid. I don't think that she should be telling her adult son what he can and can't, or what he should and shouldn't have on his walls when, like, it's a dragon painting. Like, that's not some juvenile thing or whatever. It's just a thing. It's just art. Like, leave it alone.
What was the result? He just brought me $200 worth of new D&D figures and manuals. It was great. Later that week, hey, Debbie, Marcy's on the phone. She wants to talk to you. She's really upset. I can't. I'm fighting the zombie. Tell her I'll see her tonight. Hi, Miss Anderson. Marcy wanted me to see her tonight. I'm glad you're here, Debbie. Marcy has shut herself in her room and won't come out. She hasn't been herself for weeks. I've been very worried. Ever since her character in the game got killed, it's as though a part of her died. Maybe you can talk some sense into her. No, Marcy, you didn't have to do that. And then this is the panel that inspired my name. Every D&D game I've ever played, my character's always been called Blackleaf. I'm not sure anyone's ever caught why, but this is why every D&D game, my character's always Blackleaf. It's my fault Blackleaf died. I can't face life alone. Marcy.
There you go. That's it.
Outstanding.
That's what you needed to know.
Miss Frost, I can't get Marcy out of my mind. How could she do something like this? If I left the game, she'd be alive today. Get your priorities straight, Debbie. Your spiritual growth through the game is more important than some lousy loser's life. It would have happened sooner or later. Her spirit was too weak. But the law of our faith is that we can do anything we want as long as we harm no one. But now we've harmed Marcy. What have I gotten myself into? Don't be stupid, Debbie. I think you better let Elfstar take care of things.
What?
You're getting out of control. I don't want to be Elfstar anymore. I want to be Debbie.
Why are we reading this? Like, you did the Blackleaf thing. You got to the point. You explained where you got your name. Why is it still going?
Hey, Debbie, what's wrong? Can I help? I thought I had all the answers, Mike, but now everything is falling apart. Sob. Debbie, I told you Jesus is the only answer. I've been praying and fasting for you. Why would you do that for me? Because I know you're involved in. It's a spiritual warfare that you can't win without the Lord Jesus.
It's amazing. This is where his name came from.
What can I do? Come with me to a meeting this afternoon. The speaker came out of witchcraft and knows what you're up against. That afternoon, you who are involved in the occult think you have achieved power, but you've been trapped in a dungeon of bondage. The limited power you have been given is only bait to lure you to destruction, but Jesus came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. This is great.
It's literally those. They used to make these to try and get like good Christian children to stay away from the evil satanic D&D. So fucking funny. It's so funny to think that this shit existed, and that some people still believe this stuff.
Great shit. Jesus set us free from the bondage of witchcraft and gave us victory over all the power of the enemy Satan. God's word declares that you must repent, turn to Jesus Christ, and trust him alone as your savior. Then, according to Acts 19:19, you should gather up all your occult paraphernalia, like your rock music, occult books, charms, dark dungeon material. Don't throw them away, burn them. We're going to do that here tonight. I'd like to know at this point we're doing a literal book burning. I just want to know that. We're also praying for the deliverance of those who have allowed occult forces to control them. If you want the Lord Jesus as your Savior, come forward now. Oh God, I need help. My life is a mess. Help me. In the name of Jesus, I order you spirits of the occult to leave Debbie. And then we actually see the spirit of the occult literally leave Debbie in this panel. You know, Lord Jesus, I repent. I trust you to die for me. Please be my Savior. You guide me through life. I want you to be in charge of everything, not that lousy D&D manual. Wow. Debbie burned all of her cult material that night. Thank you, Lord, for setting me free. So that is...
That laugh was horrifying. Holy shit. What was that?
That is the glory of Dark Dungeons and why every character I play in Dungeons and Dragons is called Blackleaf because of that track.
Another glass of wine. I love it. I'm not like it's wine, you know, and they're not huge glasses or anything. It's like amazing because to me that's amazing because it makes me think back on how much I was drinking, right? Like because when I started out, I would drink a little bit, you know, a couple drinks a show. Maybe there was a show or two where I would get drunk, and then by the end of everything, like one, when you're on cocaine, you don't really feel the negative effects of alcohol. Like you just feel the good stuff. They're there. You just don't feel them. You don't experience them. And so you can kind of drink like all the time, constantly, and not ever get like you don't get to that drunk stage of intoxication. You just start vomiting. Your body will reject it. You can still get those, you can still get all the dangerous shit, but you don't feel it coming. There's like, you don't feel the drunkenness. So it's like, I think back to streams that I did with Kurt, and it was like, we would drink 10, 15 drinks. Like, holy shit, that was a lot of liquor.
My wife is a witch, but she's too regarded to re-rad the spells. So I think I'm safe. Anyone got some spare lube?
Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, man. Wonder if there's a copyright date. Not that I see, but yeah. That one is great. Are we going to play EverQuest? Oh, by the way, if you like that chick track, he's going
to start playing EverQuest? What the fuck?
You'll be thrilled to know that there's more than 100 of them in different subject matters. Seriously, there's more than 100. Would you like to learn about some of the other subjects that are out there? Here are some good questions here's some good track titles you might want to have. Allah had no son. Are Roman Catholics Christians? The Assignment. The Beast. Big Daddy? Question mark. Camels in the Tent,
What?
The Contract, A Demon's Nightmare, Doomtown, Fatal Decision,
Oh, these are
The First Jaws,
these are the different.
Flight 144, Gunslinger, Holy Joe, How to Get Rich, I Beg Your Pardon, Is There Another Christ? It's a Deal, It's the Law. Ooh, we could read that one. We could read It's the Law. Do you want to read It's the Law together? Do you want to read It's the Law together? That'd be good.
No.
It's Who You Know, It's Your Life, Just One More, Keep the Secret, Kura's Ants. Kura. Kura. Whoever Kura is. You guys want to read It's the Law?
No, I don't want to read that at all.
Okay. Well, I'll read you some more titles and then we'll read It's the Law together. Sin City, The Sissy ? These are just some of the titles, by the way. There's more than 100 of them.
Why would you read It's the Law when the sissy ? is there? Like, why? Oh, God. That's the one I want you to read.
Reading them all. Titanic, The Walking Dead ? Where's My Letter? Who Murdered You, Clarice? Why is Mary Crying? Apes, Lies, and Miss Hen. That's about evolution, in case you couldn't figure that out. The Chaplain, The Death Cookie. I don't know The Death Cookie. Firestarter, ? The Gay Blade. The Gay Blade. There's a chick track called The Gay Blade.
And again, why are you not reading that? That sounds so fucking funny. Read these. Like, if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna torment us with these fucking chick tracks about D&D or whatever, read the one about gay people, because it's gotta be fucking perfect.
We need to take a poll at this point. I don't even know how to do a poll on mobile, or if that's even possible. Guilty ? Here Comes the Judge. Yeah, the thing's on a timer. The Little Bride, Mama's Girls, Moving On Up, No Justice ? Payback, The Scoundrel, Some Like It Hot, The Terminator ? Twin Towers, Warzone.
All right, guys. I'm gonna do about 5 more minutes of this, and then we're gonna be done for the night, and we'll have to revisit a different episode to watch the rest of this Cooking with Kurt video. We have to take a screenshot or something of the of where we are in the video. Excuse me. Oh. But yeah, we're gonna have to finish it out. It's too late. I'm tired. And to go through the rest of it is going to take a significantly longer amount of time. So, oh shit. We got Winston Smith says this is kind of sad. He's got major mommy issues, which is probably why he can't find a significant other. It might be. It might be. Sosmed says it's fine. I just have always had higher faith than you. Don't put your faith in a streamer. And you never punched down until just now with him. No, what am I doing? Punching down? Everybody's telling me that Kurt's doing better than me, which is great. I'm very happy for him in that regard. Again, this is a person who made false claims about how I conduct business, saying that I promised to pay people and didn't, which is not true. He laughed at my sentencing. It's fine, which is he has every right to do. All he did with those actions was tell me that he didn't, he didn't want to be around me anymore. I'm a really simple person socially. If you don't want to be around me, just let me know. And I won't bother you ever again. I'm bad at maintaining friendships because it requires me to remember to contact people and stuff like that. And it's just, that's my life's really busy and my brain is fucking chaotic. So I don't always do that. So it's not a big deal for me to like. There are a lot of friends or acquaintances or whatever that if they told me, yeah, I don't want to talk to you ever again, I'd be like, all right, peace, man. Like, no hard feelings. I don't even give a shit. It's okay. The funny thing was, so that's what happened effectively. But then someone sent me his pizza casserole video in which he was propositioning minors to come to his house to have alcohol and pizza casserole. And that made me realize, oh, holy shit. He's not just like weird. He's actually kind of terrifying. And then I started watching his other cooking videos because there's gems in all of them and absolutely all of them. And it's great. And I will not stop. So if you don't like it, just don't watch the Kurt segments because I'm going to watch them.
Yeah. Can I do a poll? Yeah. What happened to the cookie though? The cookie was a popular one. Don't forget the cookie. There's the death cookie. You can't forget the death cookie.
Stop smudging your camera.
Yeah, you can't forget the death cookie. Yeah, so which do you guys like? Do you want? I'll take your votes now between these options, and we'll read one together.
Gay Blade. You got to read Gay Blade. I don't know. What would you read any other?
You have your choice between It's the Law, the Death Cookie, the Gay Blade, and Gay Blade. Gay Blade. I see 2 votes for Gay Blade.
Yes.
Be careful what you ask for.
Yes, do it.
Death Cookie. It's the Law. Gay. Gay Blade. Leave Gay Blades alone. Gay Blade seems to be popular. Gay Blade. I'm seeing some votes for Gay Blade. Okay. Let's do the Gay Blade. I don't know what this one is. Okay, this will be fun.
She's gonna.
All right, here we go, guys. Ready? This is now a dramatic reading. This is now a dramatic reading of the Gay Blade, and I want to remind you all before we even get started that you all asked for this. So this is you on.
No, they didn't ask for it. You presented it, and then was like, "Which one?" So then they picked the one that sounds the funniest. Good face, but like, no one else knew that this existed. Like, this came out of nowhere. This developed in your own like weird need to fill the time while your abomination of food cooks.
On you, okay?
The gay revolution is underway.
Wilt thou have this man as thy wedded spouse?
Holy shit. Look, it's fucking Vito. Over here on the left. This fucking looks like Vito. Say gay ravioli. Holy shit. No, it says gay revolution. That's what it says. But it looks like Vito. You just explain. Well, the thing with video games is
Spouse, I do. The men enter the car together. The men enter a car. Says just married. Is this something new under the sun? No, I'm afraid not. Please take a note how the priest looks like all scaly and crinkly and all kinds of shit.
There's nothing new under the sun. This gay marriage stuff has been around forever. Principled Uncertainty says Grok 4 remake Apocalypse Now with Colonel Kurt. He wakes up surrounded by his dirty underwear floating on a sea of sweat and crumbs. The horror! The horror!
Thanks for getting back to the DAM and nighttime streams. I missed them.
Yeah, there will be more coming too. And I think it'll be good as people realize that I'm around for the night streams and stuff. It's oddly hard to communicate when you're going to be there. But of course, a reminder, I will not be streaming tomorrow night. I won't be home to do so.
So we see a guy with, I guess you kind of call it like a beehive haircut, glasses, beard, wearing some sort of robe of some kind with a t-shirt, gay revolution with a power fist. And then we have a guy wearing some kind of low fro with a headband and maybe a dress top.
We're looking at the picture. You're showing it to us. So I know you're doing a dramatic reading, but why are you describing what the pictures are? Just keep reading.
And then we see a woman saying gulp as she covers the eyes of presumably her small gay child. The gay revolution is underway. To most people, it's a big joke, but is it really? The Greek letter lambda, the gay Milton say, symbolizes unity in the face of oppression. Okay.
Tilly T says, "Hey Nick, I joined late. Did you get told about bulletproof coffee? It's a thing." People were talking about like that's something with the butter. I'll have to look it up. I don't drink coffee anyway, so like I don't know what about it. It's just weirded out by things like, well, the butter fat is different than the cream fat. Like how?
Okay. Then we see a protest, a protest for gay power and stuff. Out of Satan's shadowy word of homosexuality in this display of defiance against society.
Okay, you're right. Some of you are listening while working. That's true. That's true. I wasn't thinking about it. It's just it's an odd thing for me because I'm watching. I'm always watching.
They come forth. Those who suffer the agony of rejection, the despair of unsatisfied longing, desire, endless lusting, and remorse crying that gay is good. Their tragic lives prove that there isn't anything gay about being gay.
Wait, what?
Cute.
Oh, it's not happening.
Gay and lesbians are common today on TV sitcoms and talk shows. Homosexuals are regularly invited to speak at clubs, churches, and even school classrooms. I'm a lesbian and proud of it. Their cry for equal rights, Milton's.
It's one of the weirdest things about like the gay rights movement. It's like, I'm proud to be gay. It's like, why? Like I'm not I'm not proud to be heterosexual. I just am. It's like, what? Why are you proud? You said that just you, like, why are you proud of it? You didn't do anything to earn being gay. How fucking lame.
Boast that homosexuality is normal, healthy, even a desirable form of sexual outlet. And then we see two people walking up under an American flag. They occupy all kinds of jobs and professions in business, education, and government. They no longer try to hire their identity. They claim that they include 10% of the population, but reliable studies indicate under 2%.
Thank God.
Has such a condition ever existed before? Let's see.
Whoa! You know where it's going, right? Let me tell you about Sodom.
In 1904 to 1909, archaeologists uncovered Canaanites' ruins, depicting their religious worship of about 1500 BC in the city of Gazor. And then the archaeologists...
It's called Gazor? Of course it is. Yes.
Just apparently say to themselves, I'm going to vomit. Good Lord, I can't believe my eyes. We can't publish this. This is filthy. That doesn't seem like the kind of thing archaeologists would say. I'm just saying.
It is. You don't know what.
The Bible is clear in
I know 3 archaeologists. They would all say that.
revealing God's fleeing towards homosexuality. Let's look at the city of Sodom. From whence comes the word sodomy? God told Abraham that he's going to destroy Sodom because of its great wickedness. Abraham's nephew, Lot, lived in Sodom, and he begged for Lot's safety before judgments fell.
Why did I think Lot was Abraham's brother?
God sent 2 angels to Sodom to remove Lot from the city. Lot saw the angels as he came through the gate. Behold,
This is such an amazing Bible story, right? Like Lot is the righteous man or whatever, and he is, these 2 angels are here, and the men of the town. It's interpreted that the men of Sodom are like, whoa, look at these angels. They look like they have hot asses, and we want to put our wieners in them, and they want to rape the angels. And Lot's like, well, we can't have the angels be raped. So what does he do? He's like, well, I got these 2 virgin daughters. I'll trade, if you just want to have your way with the virgin daughters, then Don't even worry. Like the angels can hang out in here. It is a wild story when you think about like the horrific nature of what was going on, which maybe that's the trauma is like the girls are like, wait, you're going to send us out to be what? Like to be just raped over and over. And he's like, look, it was just an idea. And then later he's in a cave and they're like, let's get dad drunk and have sex with him while he's sleeping. Weird fucking thing. But like, can you blame them at that point? Like the trauma that they had to endure at their dad offering them up as a rape sacrifice to save two weird angel guys. Thankfully the townspeople were so obscenely gay that they turned down the virgin daughters. They're like, no, we don't. They Carl Benjamin them, right? Like, I wouldn't even rape you. Like they do that. And instead they're like, we really want to rape those angels though.
Hold now, my lords, turn, I pray you, in your servant house and tarry all night. No, we will abide by the streets all night. Being greatly troubled over this, he finally persuaded them to stay with him.
Come on, boys. Come stay with me.
There was a big occasion for Lot. He prepared a feast for them. At night before they retired, the homosexuals surrounded Lot's house.
Help! The homosexuals are surrounding! What are we going to do? Nothing. Don't worry. Their wrists can't carry them over the walls.
They were gay men from every quarter of the city, both old and young, well practiced in every form of perversion. Lot, where are the men who came to see you tonight? Send them out so we might know them sexually.
The sexually is in parentheses. They always have to do that because it doesn't say that. That would be weird, right? It's like, send them out so that we might know them. People are like, oh, just meet them. Like, nope. We're down for fucking.
To protect the strangers in his home, Lot offered. Okay, this is a good part of the Bible story that I'm surprised that they're mentioning. This is true in the Bible. To protect the strangers in his home, Lot offered the crowd his two virgin daughters. Don't take these two strange men in my home, who I've invited into my home as my guests. Don't take these two men. Please take my two virgin daughters.
This is an amazing story. The Bible is full of some really wild stuff. Tilly D says, Nick, how come I don't have a heterodar? I don't know. Why don't you? Why don't you have one? I do. I can tell heteros from a mile away. I stay away from them. See, the problem, Sosmets, the problem is people like Principled Uncertainty who says watching Kurt through Nick is a new favorite thing. I have so much fun and I'm glad other people enjoy it. And then there's occasionally like one or two people who are like, why would you do this? How could you? Like, because it's fucking hilarious. I don't know.
This apparently is a point of virtue or something.
Yeah, there's always confused.
Please don't take this great wickedness. Stand back, Lot. This Lot came in to live with us temporarily. Now he presumes to be a judge. Okay, here's a bonus question for the chat. How did Lot's daughters lose their virginity?
To Lot.
It's in the Bible. That's a bonus question. How did Lot's...
They lose their virginity to Lot. They get him drunk in a cave, and then they proceed to have sex with him while he's passed out. Tilly T says, I'm not bitter. Kurt banned me. Honest, he banned me for repeating bacon is bad for you, Limafal. He banned you for that? That's amazing. It's like, bacon's not bad for you. You're banned. Oh, holy shit. Okay. All right. We're gonna leave it there. We're going to leave it there for now. We'll finish it up maybe on Thursday night or something. I don't know. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy having the night streams back more often. I'm working on having it more consistent and more frequent. I am still like I still have to do things like community service and I still am a dad of 5 kids who are very active, and we have a lot of stuff going on. So there are still going to be some days where it's not there, but I'm trying to find the right, make sure I'm in the right time slot or whatever, and able to bring you guys a show. They're a blast, especially when they involve watching Kurt videos. But yes, we'll be reviewing Hamblin versus Martin County, Texas, in which Kurt had a defective filing and then has now amended it. We'll be looking at his filings soon. I don't know what the case is about. Now I'm really interested. I want to follow it along. I want to see what's going on. But some people may call this A-logging, which I don't know. I don't really intend it to be A-logging. I have now found, again, I don't watch like other law tube people or whatever. I don't watch other lawyers on YouTube. I don't watch any of these people. I really don't have time most of the time to do any of that. So getting to watch like this content and see what's going on and just seeing what an abject disaster it is, and like marveling at people watching it, frankly, marveling at his interviews, which I think his interviews are atrocious, but I don't mind if other people like them. I'm not saying no one should watch them. Everybody should watch them. Everybody should go watch them. I encourage people to enjoy it. But like for me, I'm just like, I don't get it. Like I don't get any of this stuff. It doesn't seem right. And so like to get to experience all this has just been wild, because I never knew, I didn't really care. Like, I don't care what other people's content is like. I want people to go and check them out. And if they like it, stay and watch. And if you don't like it, cool. What'd you do? You spent a little time figuring out that something wasn't your speed. Okay. That's great. But like, now that I'm not like actively encouraging people to go do that, because I kind of think he's a dirtbag. Watching his content going like, wow. Now I want to know more and more and more, and I want to see more. Principled Uncertainty. Whoa, thank you. 5 gifted memberships have been sent out. I really do appreciate that. Maddie B says, don't lie, you totally care. Okay, cool. Whatever. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We will we'll resume this maybe Thursday or something like that. There will be a hint in the title if we're going to finish this thing up. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic morning, whatever you're up to, and I will see you very soon. Have a good night. Peace. Peace.
Oh, he drinks a fair bit, but you realize that it just helps get his noggin jogging along. With his glass by his side and his kids asleep tight, we'll hear some law-splaining tonight. With his microphone muted, we'll laugh at this boomer until he explains it's all part of the plan. Watch his face become redder as he becomes meta, raging at idiots from Twitterland. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed, to make the law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an Ardbeg, a Balmore, a Lafroig, the spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter, as we hear law-splaining tonight. From the white shores of Nan to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the wrong better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, the guests are all plentiful, from Dundee to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. Get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the T-post on Twitter as we hear lost planning tonight. From the white shores of Nan to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the wrong better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law